Hello and welcome to Savage Tokusatsu. I am the Game Master, Kyle Cardy. Joining me today are all of these people who I had muted. We are playing Savage Tokusatsu, which runs in the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition engine. The mini campaign we are running was written by, see, I combine words like that all the time, was written by one of the players, Aaron Karsten, and this is the second part of what is going to be a 3-part mini-series event here on Best Pal Brigade if you're watching it live, or on Role Playing Public Radio if you are watching it, or no, you use ears to listen. If you're listening to it over there,
listening is just watching for the ears.
Why don't we just go right ahead and say who we are? Who is everybody? I don't care who goes when. I am Kyle Cardy. My pronouns are any and all. Play everybody else. Who are y'all?
Roscoe. Hey, it's Russ Payton. I'm playing Luke Targ. I am a vaporwave DJ who now fights crime for reasons. Do you need anything else from me? Or is that good enough for now?
Nah, I mean, that's good. That does it for me. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very kindly.
All right.
Who's next? Which one of you lovely souls is next?
Hi, I'm Thaddeus, and also he, they, somewhere in that sphere is fine. I am playing Randall Ames, also known as the Masked Organizer Rally, and yeah, so that's who I fight for justice and solidarity.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Who's next? If we're going this way, and again, then it's going to be Noah. Who are you? What's your name, Noah?
Hi, I'm Noah, and pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Angelo Southward, whose pronouns are also he, him, and I am Armored Storm Dragoon, who, he got his powers last time we were here, and some stuff has happened between now and then that we'll get to, and yeah.
Wonderful. And last but not least, the architect of this crossover. Some would say the mastermind.
That I might have written a bunch of stuff to put in here that torture myself with. Anyway, hi.
You gave me a loaded Glock and we're like, do whatever.
I know. Hey, this is Aaron, pronouns he, him. And I am playing Marshall Kenton, a.k.a. Visored Fighter Oracle. So he has last gained his powers with his friends at the fateful concert last time where Halation Facade decided to attack and finally either killed or captured by the fighter prophet, we don't know, and he's trying to figure out his powers, although he did lose a member of his family, kind of, so...
Maybe. And yeah. Thank you. It is a good name. Aaron and I spitballed Halation Facade's name for a while. We were looking at like stained glass terminology and stuff like that. We worked pretty hard on that one. Also, hello, Edgeless Pigeon, a.k.a. Omega Man on Patreon here. If you would like to give us your pronouns so that we don't misgender you, that would be very appreciated. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoy. So,
hey, buddy.
Like we said, we played one game, he, him. All right, thank you very much. Like we said, we played one game before. This is going to be a trilogy, but that doesn't mean that the show has to be a trilogy. You know, this doesn't have to be an OVA. So we'll briefly discuss what happened last week, and then I would like to introduce a bit more of a new setting rule that's going to be forthcoming in the next Savage Tokusatsu supplement. So last time was a bit on the rails. That's just how it is. We managed to get some really good character development in, because let's face it, character development is kind of the backbone of tokusatsu shows. The other backbone is spin kicking a witch. But
it's just backbones all the way down.
Yeah, whole thing.
Also friendship. Friendship is an important backbone.
We'll allow it. And so you all, this group of diverse fucking weirdos sort of went about their daily lives. Marshall is kind of like a trust fund baby who has a valet who might be dead. We don't know. Angelo is basically just a Patrick Bateman type who is also a stuntman.
Yeah, I'm a stuntman, but also a
You sent me a mood board, motherfucker. You sent me a mood board, and it was Virgil, Patrick Bateman, and like, what was the third one?
It was Ryan Gosling being disgusted in Crazy Stupid Love.
That's what it was.
Because I love that gif.
It's a very good one. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then we got Randall, who is kind of like a guerrilla street hacker, street artist type, who spent much of the time hyping up, what's your name? Luke, the resident vaporwave. Is DJ even the correct word? Do you use discs?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Many discs mainly, but those
So
are still discs.
We'll just call you the jockey then.
Zip discs.
Yeah, zip discs. That's a disc. Have you thought about that?
And audio cassettes.
Not a disc. But there are
the ultimate formats.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you? We talked about this before. How do you have so much shit next to you? That's just like, you have everything. You probably have the gun that Aaron gave me. But while Luke was preparing for his concert, we met his close personal friend / manager / like hype man, HBO 1983 intro, which that was when I knew what kind of game we were going to be running here. I was like, I'll catch a little bit of Ross up in my pace, but Ross also caught me up in a little bit of his pace. We got that chocolate and peanut butter situation going on here.
It never goes halfway.
So you all are citizens in New Viridian, which is kind of the only city, as we've sort of just been glossing over, because let's face it, Tokusatsu series is there's kind of only whatever the one city is, and everything else can go stuff it. The city is overseen by ARIS, a acronym AI, which I can't quite remember the words that go into it.
Augmented Reality Insight System.
Thank you. Which was created by Prognosticorp, but more specifically was created by the CEO of Prognosticorp, Brad Halcyon. Tech mogul, super genius, does all of the work for his company and deservedly gets all of the credit. Like CEOs do. But the city was besieged by danger because Steel Fate is a large criminal enterprise that calls New Viridian home, and they're very much all about kind of just ruining everybody's good time, driving these Morai drones, which are these like golden-plated horror drones, into people, cutting them in half with scissors spiritually, and then harvesting their futures, their probable destinies. To what ends, nobody knows. But unfortunately, at Luke's concert at Vapor Space, which was a bar that had, I believe, a Four Loko fountain in the middle of it.
That was your addition. Don't.
I'm not pinning anything. Look, okay, look, I'm allowed to say this is my masterpiece on this canvas. This is my stroke.
All right, I see. Also, your framing is nice on the, I just noticed on the stream, but it doesn't show my t-shirt design.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Good.
So...
Good, you knew it was coming. You knew it was
This
coming.
is what you asked for, Kyle.
No, I did.
This is what real role-playing looks like. You may not like what it looks like, but this is
peak role-playing performance.
This is peak performance.
All right, how do I kick Ross out? How do I mute Ross? Hold on one second.
There is no way.
So while at the venue, you and most of your allies were attacked by Steel Fate, led by their stained glass sort of gargoyle, Vemper style leader, Halation Facade, with a lot of stained glass motifs. We talked about it last time. It was good. And through a very open-ended and in no way railroaded train of events, y'all got your powers after being bodied, and visored fighter Prophet was captured in a stained glass tower Facade. And so now You had to escape. You called on a friend who we named Lidl, and she drives a Zuber, which is basically just a U-Haul to haul things around New Viridian. And she was really cool, and I definitely think she's going to be coming back because everyone seemed to really like her, and so did I. So Lidl's in. She has a gun, and she's here to party. But we also met Randall's fathers, specifically Porter Green, who was he a nurse or a doctor, did you say?
Yeah, he's a nurse.
A nurse, yeah.
A nurse, okay, yeah. He is a nurse who tended to all of your wounds, I believe specifically Luke's, after you did escape from those Mirai drones and everyone sort of...
Space cut.
Yeah, big ol' space cut.
Oh, yeah, because of the thing exploding on my face.
Oh, yeah, your weird VHS tape stage mask burned directly through your thing because you had some Russian nuclear sub device that you used to play music.
Oscilloscope.
Yeah.
Sure. That's
made illegal sounds. Yeah.
God, this is the Nauseator all over again.
And the nuclear oscilloscopes.
And so that is pretty much all we need to know as far as episode 1 goes. But what happened in episodes 2 through, what's 4 + 1? 5. What happened in episodes 2 through 5? You see, Savage Tokusatsu, we're coming out with the second book, probably in 2021, and so this is also part of a playtest for that. We're using a lot of new setting rules. I know, right? Almost as if I really need to capitalize on all of my available time, or I'll die. But nice thing about it is that we sort of recognize that there are some groups who might only want to play Savage Tokusatsu for like a short period of time in between campaigns, or just you have groups that can't meet frequently, but you still want to get sort of the seasonal narrative arc. So one of the rules that we're going to be sort of testing out today is going to be the in-between episodes, or, like the offline episodes. We don't have a solid name for it yet. We're still sort of workshopping it. This is a very new idea. But basically what we're going to do is episodes 2 through 5 have already happened. And we're going to go to each of the players, and the episode that they are going to pitch me is going to be basically their episode, like how in most Toku shows or series or things like that, there will frequently be like, and here's the lesson I learned about my character flaw. This will sort of allow us to progress the meta plot in this tight trilogy while still making it look like it was longer episodes. Yeah, kind of like a montage episode, or just like your generic Monster of the Week episodes. These are the ones that like you could count as filler episodes, but like the real diehards say you have to put them in the correct watch order.
Yeah, they get compressed into like the digest movie version into like a montage, but they actually have like their own full episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. The spin-off manga series.
Yeah.
That one follows Lidl as she just goes on a rampage against Steel Fate. So
Lidl gets her own light novel series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I'll think of a very complicated, long light novel name.
The hyper battle movies with Lidl.
Uh-huh. But
contract wage worker Lidl.
In the future, we'll be doing card draws to sort of determine the tone of the episodes. But for the purposes of our initial playtest, I wanted to give everyone a chance to just make their own episode with the addendum that I will be able to fuck with it and interact with it and challenge it in certain regards. And we will sort of see how it shakes out. So who has their episode prepared for me? Oh, I see a hand. Thad. What has Randall been up to in the... So episode 2, what's the title? That's right. On the spot. Oh, we lost you completely, buddy.
Sorry, I changed my mode to push button.
Okay.
Hold on, let me fix something.
Nerd.
Sorry, I had background noise going on, so I couldn't do sound activated.
No, it's okay. I appreciate that. It's a Saturday night, Ross. We're playing a fucking role-playing game. We're all nerds here, bud.
I'm wearing a vaporwave. I'm wearing a vaporwave shirt and drinking. I don't know.
I would argue that makes you the nerdiest.
No, definitely not.
There's a big ass box that says Majora's Mask
Okay.
behind me.
Okay. You know what?
See, Noah's clearly winning this.
So, Thad, Randall's episode title. What's the title?
The title is Cram School.
Ooh, okay. Episode 2, Cram School. Give me the plot synopsis. I might interrupt you at certain points to sort of interject or ask questions, but tell me what happened.
All right. Well, cold open. Randall is... Yeah, that's right. I wrote out a freaking structure, okay?
You have 180 seconds.
All right.
Blew me out of the water.
Sorry. Cold open. Randall is helping his mother set up the junior high school book fair, which seems substantially lighter than previous years, and he kind of wonders why he's there at all, because there aren't that many boxes, and there's, since ebooks have largely taken over. Turns out she has tricked him into showing up so that she can face-to-face in an unavoidable manner ask that he check in on his cousin, who has become much more distant and withdrawn recently, which Randall would avoid saying yes to if he wasn't face-to-face with his mother, because it involves going to the local college and visiting the Halcyon Hall for Business Administration Studies, where his...
Halcyon Hall for Business Boys.
Yeah, where his cousin Ned is pursuing a degree in management. And so annoyed, but having to do the right thing because, you gotta. Just because someone's management doesn't mean you can't, worry about him. So his mother gives him some, pearl of union organizing wisdom and sends him on his way. And so he meets up with his younger cousin, Rose, who knows the campus better than he does because she has done forensics and things like that and is on better terms with Ned. And so they show up at the business hall. Everybody there is wearing suits, well-dressed, well-made up, doing their stuff. Randall looks like a complete dipshit. He decided to wear his nice polo shirt to blend in upon Rose's request, but it's just a bright yellow polo shirt with his R logo stenciled on the front, like every shirt that he owns. And so there's a montage of them looking around the hall, being generally avoided and derided until they find his cousin looking very sunken-eyed and sleepless in a sort of nook under the stairs on the basement level. And as they start to confront, or as Ned starts to confront him about, not keeping in touch with his mother, who is Aunt Emma, and his own mother Deb, they start sort of snarking at each other with Ned caring too much about business and Randall being sort of a shiftless know-nothing. And as Rose tries to break them up, there's a huge smashing sound from upstairs. Causing a commotion, possibly an explosion. The building seems to shake a little bit, and Randall sends his cousin and his stepsister away towards the emergency exit, saying he's going to run and see if anyone needs help getting out. And when he gets upstairs, he finds a metallic octopus cyborg creature attacking what appears to be some sort of student meeting in one of the rooms, and there's a fight. I'll try and go faster. I wrote too much. There's a brief confrontation after he transforms and Rally helps the students get away. The octopus cyborg escapes fairly simply.
Give me a fighting roll, because now we're going off book. Push to talk.
I know. I was just looking for my stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I saw your mouth moving. I wasn't sure if you were telling me the result of the roll. I apologize.
Cursing us silently.
No, I got a 5.
Got a 5. Okay, so yeah, you do manage to successfully defeat this wretched metallic octopus through a protracted engagement. But I am going to say that it did cause somewhat large, I don't want to say catastrophic damage to the campus, but you did sort of accidentally create too big of a fight. There are some walls missing and a lot of broken glass.
Well, after the monster threat is gone, then Randall is probably going to de-transform and look through, see if there are any other people who need help getting out, look for anyone who needs some minor, first aid, that sort of thing, because that is a thing that I do.
And so we'll tie in, the theme seems to be perhaps some sort of familial relation. how does Randall attempt to, like, is your cousin's affliction of tiredness in some way associated with Steel Fate, or is it
In a roundabout way? Yes.
Okay. How does Randall go about trying to fix this problem?
Well, initially he's attempting to solve the obvious problem of like just call your mom, whatever. I'm not supposed to be part of this. I hate this place, etc. And his cousin's like, yeah, you don't belong here. Leave me the fuck alone. Blah blah blah. And so Randall is sort of resistant to doing much of anything aside from the bare minimum. And so his stepsister eventually tries to get him to pay more attention to how like drained his cousin is. And upon prying, he discovers that this is not the first attack that has happened in or around campus, though it has not been reported. Though Ned doesn't really have much more about that because he's obsessing over the spreadsheets that he's working on for the hold on, what's the name that I came up for this?
I am going to give you 30 seconds to wrap this one up.
Look, you didn't give me a length when you said we needed to come up with stories.
I know.
So I created a 2-episode arc because that's
it's
all.
It's a 30-minute episode.
It is all Randall. This episode, you don't see anybody else.
There's no B plot.
Well, you interrupted the fight that I was going to do, and that I was going to ask when the octopus thing proved to be something that Randall couldn't handle. I was going to be like, and someone having heard about this, crossover.
Okay. Well, I apologize.
I was on a thing. But anyway, I'll give you the rundown for what
I have a way to potentially challenge this. I'm sorry if I'm squashing your vision here. But after the attack on the business academy, it is visited by something of a local legend. You see, Brad Halcyon was one of the primary donors of the Business Boy School, or the Business Boy Bureau, as we prefer to call it.
That is why it is the Halcyon Hall for Business Administration Studies.
And so Brad Halcyon does arrive. Your cousin is very... Would your cousin be very in favor of the tech mogul?
Yes. He's very tech optimistic and believes in what the heiress can do for society and so forth. Very startup focused boy.
Randall probably is not the same.
No.
So then I would like to ask from Randall, what would you do in this regard? Like there are it's almost like slavishly devoted, like almost stan culture on Twitter. How would Randall respond to this threat? Because this isn't a threat that you can punch.
Yeah. Randall's going to be asking about the medical bills and the coverage for people who were hurt in the attack. And
so you try to grill Brad during like the Q&A with
fixing the building's all well and good, but what about the people who are hurt here?
Whoa. Do you want to do taunt, persuasion, or intimidation?
I'm actually going to go with persuasion because he's not really saying this to Halcyon because he doesn't care what his answer is. He wants the people who are
to hear it,
paying attention to not be able to avoid this question.
Okay, then please give me the roll.
Damn. Looks like a 3.
It does not go over well for Randall. And also, you know what? One thing to sort of tie in this sort of tie-in crossover thing, I would imagine that most multi-unit Toku shows, they show up and fight the octopus with you and stuff like that. Like, you're the A character, but they're still doing stuff, Yeah. We'll deal with them later. Unfortunately, Brad Halcyon kind of roasts you on live public television. Just gets you. And how would Randall react to that?
Guillotine?
No, I mean, there's let's see. He would just keep pushing the issue. It's it's not about me. It's about the people that aren't in front of cameras.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't care. He doesn't have like shame in that regard, so he will further embarrass himself.
Okay. And so I'm going to say that the Randall episode does not have like a neat or clean conclusion. I'm going to say that it's actually quite a messy episode where it doesn't tie up nicely at the end. Like, that makes it essential viewing because you can't just contain it within 30 minutes. How's that sound?
Yeah, that works for me.
Who has episode 3? Okay,
yeah.
You moved. I only see people move.
Yeah.
I'm a
Velociraptor
Tyrannosaurus.
yeah. Let's see. I guess the episode title would be "I'll buy it at a high price."
All right, sure.
Yeah. So,
What's up, Luke?
Yeah.
Please tell me we're meeting the guy from the night market again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. I found some of the debris of one of the drones. Assuming that's possible that they don't all disappear. So I found some of these broken parts, or I rip one out of one of them.
That's how the episode begins. Like, you have ambushed a drone and have taken some components. Yeah.
And I realized this is more advanced, and the person I know who knows more about technology than anybody else might be. Did we even name that guy?
No, the squatting. The communist. No,
he is now Vasily, the street merchant.
Vasily. Yeah.
Fine.
Vasily. So I take it to Vasily to see if he knows anything about this technology. And also if he wants to buy any of it, because I don't have a gig anymore. So, record sales aren't super great anyway. So he says he does, and he gives me some money up front. He says, if you can get more, I can pay you a lot more, and I'll look into it. So I go and hunt more drones. And just like, well, I won't tell the others. I don't want them to hone in on this action because I'm arrogant, and I can handle it. So
you're arrogant too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Vaporwave
oh
DJ.
yeah, we're all very.
I have to get high on my own supply. People. So he tells me that there's he knows he gives me some information about it. But says there's a lot more information at this place, which is isolated. There's like an old warehouse, on the edge of town or whatever. And so, like a fool, I go. And Vasily shows up there and says, I know what you know. I know that you have powers and technology. Why don't you sell me that, and I can make you rich enough to retire? Sell me your weapons.
I would like to interject here because this ties into what I was hoping to do with Vasily when you said you wanted him to be integral to your episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you respond to that?
I'm a vaporwave DJ selling out. I was never in it for the money. So yeah.
Fuck. So you refuse.
Yeah.
All right. So I have bad news for you.
Yeah.
That is when your episode. Do you have an episode villain in mind? Because I do.
I do. Either Vasily or someone like him pops up, and his theme would be like Russian power armor, Russian naval submarine, but also a suit. Kind of.
We are on the same page, because that is when.
Oh no! Does he have a nuclear forbidden sound weapon?
Morai drones sort of flood the area, and Vasily does take out his prophecy driver, which is the device that the Destiny cores turned into when you touched them. Your belts, your wristlets, whatever you want them to be, and when he does ignited, it glows with that sickly green radiation glow, and sure as shit, Ironsides is not like a Russian thing, but for the placeholder name, because this is the writer's room.
Potemkin. Yeah.
This is the writer's room. Like, we'll fix it before we go live with it. Yeah. But the Ironsides arrives, and you realize that you have been dangerously played. What do you do in this instance?
I would picture the fight would be I get arrogant. I try and clobber him with the Helios Club, and I get my ass kicked. But that's when I figure out I can transform, and I'm able to drive him off by turning into my dark synth armor and using my air raid siren fear gun.
Can you describe what the dark synth armor looks like?
Yeah, it's. I had described it, but I didn't write it down.
You just turned into Siren Head.
Yeah, basically it's a creepypasta one. Yeah, it's it's Siren Head essentially.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
We are, I want to, spoiler alert, we are this close to getting a license for Siren Head for our Monster of the Week deck of cards that we're making. We are this close.
So yeah, that's basically it. I want to use, so he turns into a Siren Head inspired Common Rider armor. I don't know how that works.
We don't know that word. We don't know that word.
We can make it work. Trust me.
Yeah. We can make that work. So
Visor fighter, Ross. That's our
visor fighter. Yeah. So I turn
Thank
into a Siren Head visor fighter, and I use the fear gun and my invisibility to defeat him. And I realize, one, this is a teamwork, and I shouldn't be so arrogant and go off on my own. And two, I'm not going to sell out. I'm in it for the aesthetic. So
to modify that, I do. Sure. How about this? Because we need you to learn to not be arrogant. Mm-hmm. You get bodied, like almost verge of death bodied, when the other three arrive, and also. I am going to say that 100% Lidl is there, and she does shoot at Vistelli. But that is probably when
Lidl is all right.
How about the fear gun is the only thing? Like, I'm already almost defeated, and I managed to transform and use the fear gun to drive him off long enough for the others to show up.
To arrive. Absolutely, I want to stress that the fear gun is what saved your life. Okay. But then you also learn maybe it's not worth it to fight alone all the time. Mm-hmm. Does Vistelli get away? I would like for you to roll like a fighting or a shooting or something to see if you destroy the boss at the end of the episode.
That's a good. What is my shooting? My shooting is a D8.
It's so hot in here.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Oh, geez, that's a lot of fucking middle school dances in a sweaty gymnasium.
5.
5. Okay, so that gives you the ability to decide: is Vistelli destroyed, or does he get away?
Is there any way to capture him or force him to just be human again? Or is it like he blows up in pyrotechnics?
You know, we haven't breached that subject yet, but we're going to say, okay. What do you want?
Classic Toku logic would dictate that he's knocked out of his transformation. It may or may not be permanently.
So what I am going to say is that if you had succeeded with a raise, I would allow this to be sort of like an enemies to allies situation, like a classic, like, you know, 6th colored
well, not ally, but like he turns back human and gives us a clue and then like passes out, and he still clearly fucking hates us because he's just, you know, an evil weapons tech merchant.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get a clue no matter what.
Okay, yeah.
You're definitely gonna get a clue no matter what. It's up to you. Do you want to?
I'd say he gets away then, because you can use him as a villain again. Because
So then Vistelli does get away, but the clue that you do learn on your episode is that Steel Fate's headquarters must be in the neighborhood of the night market. 110%. They must be in that general area. Randall, you learned something that apparently Steel Fate might have some sort of connection to Prognosticorp. Angelo or Marshall? Angelo moved. It's you.
I'll go first. We gotta save our writer, our head writer for last. Okay.
The showrunner.
So mine is called Beauty is in the Eye of the TV Holder.
That's fucking so bad.
Yeah.
That's never going to make it past the pilot. Or it's never going to make it past the first draft of revisions.
Mine was classier. I just want that to be known for the record.
Yes, true.
Shut up, you little brown noser.
Did someone say TV holder? Because I have a device.
What the fuck? What the fuck? All right, Angelo, what's your fucking weird adventure about?
So mine is basically all about how I need to stop being quite so vain. That's the moral.
I
of
bet
the
you
story.
think this episode is about you.
Yeah,
Don't you?
Don't you?
Don't you? Don't you?
it revolves around me being on set, and there's just been a rash of like AV equipment being stolen throughout the city.
Okay.
And obviously, because we're like, a film TV studio thing that I am contracted out to at the time, we're a prime target for it. So it turns out that our equipment ends up getting stolen by Panoptusk, who is a
Fuck you. I get it now. Fuck you. Eat shit. I get the picture you sent now. Fuck you. Go die.
who is a walrus man made entirely of like AV equipment. So his eyes are like cameras, and his whiskers. Hey, put your headphones back on.
No.
Get back in here.
I'm sweating. There's like pools of sweat in the headphones.
His like whiskers are like coax with like BNC connectors on the ends. Like, but yes, so he's been stealing all of this equipment, and I try and take him down, but I can't with the equipment that I have, and I'm also very like concerned about how I look, so I don't want to get too messy.
So perhaps it's not just getting messy, but perhaps part of what was this goddamn thing's name again?
Panoptusk.
This one dies. No matter what, this one dies. Panoptusk has this strange confrontation with you in the first fight, sort of like in like a local news station, like in the control room with like the panopticon of televisions, because this is sci-fi, and of course that is how a real news broadcasting center would work. But all of the videos sort of show you and how ungraceful you look when you're fighting. Like, you look like a fucking dork when you fight.
Okay.
And how do you feel about that getting in your head?
So that's like kind of eats away at me, and that's kind of like the point, is that I kind of have to get over that. Yeah, I don't look nearly as graceful or awesome as I think I should, and that allows me to gain access to the armor I used to finally beat him, the Retro armor, which is all about big gusts of winds and creating like a big sloppy mess of like a fight.
Okay. I like that. Okay, thank you. My Adobe updater just went off, and the desktop audio made the noise to everybody. So that brings us to... Well, okay, so the piece of information you gain about that is Panopticus... what?
Panoptusk.
Panoptusk.
Do you want me to put it in the chat?
Nope. I don't want to will it into reality. The creature was tied into Aris.
Okay.
It hunted you through the AI. It was aware of where you were at all times.
Right.
Marshall.
Yes.
Marshall Mallow. What was your
He is
episode?
our wonderful cuddly son.
The episode title is Service with a...
That was me every single time I was a waiter forever.
So it is a little bit different. So the episode ends up starting out with about 2 weeks into Marshall's tenure as a visored fighter. He is still only learned last week actually how to utilize his device, which I'll try to put a picture in later on. But basically, it is the orb itself, which links into a belt that kind of has wings spreading out across the side that looks like an odd viewing globe. So. And has been trying to fight without his mom figuring out, which is making it even harder because now that Atarian isn't there, she's trying to hire other goons to not only find Atarian, but also to attempt to keep tabs on him. So it's been different. But he's also been having dreams.
Better than Narc, you know.
Yeah, just at least it's. But yeah, but Atarian is. They've put out all sorts of. APPs out for him, but he hasn't shown back up. Oddly enough, though, he's been having dreams about him, where he seems to be wandering downtown somewhere, maybe close to where Vaporspace was. But they were able. It's like, but it doesn't recognize where he is though, and it seems like he's just attacking random thugs. specifically ones that seem to be bothering or harassing socialites who are down there trying to have a good time.
Okay.
And at least one evening when he wakes up from one of these dreams, he actually somehow sees a manifest thread, an actual thread that seems to be leading downtown. So he sneaks down there and ends up finding a Tarian, but it looks like a little, almost a shadow or a husk of himself. He has no color in his skin. His eyes are just completely whited out. There's an obvious hole in his chest, but no blood coming out of it.
Oh God, Jesus!
And he just he tries to attack him. Marshall goes into his armored form trying to fend him off, but the fight ends up attracting a Mirai drone that does not attack either of them, but projects a hologram of Halation Facade, who states that he actually is interested because this is a rare phenomenon. Every once in a while, when a Mirai drone takes a Destiny core, it ends up creating based, for lack of a better, a husk named called a Kelifos. So, but the reason why he's interested in this is because most of them usually only die within a couple of hours. This one seems to keep going for some reason that he cannot fathom. So, in turn, he takes out has the Mirai drone take a prophecy driver and attaches it to Atarian, who roughly transforms into a monster form of his own that looks like a mechanical version of just a metallic version of a butler. So, but with Gatling arms on his hands.
Rosie the robot beats your ass.
So he starts fighting him to the death, and is attacking him. And Marshall doesn't think he can actually tank this until he realizes he starts remembering some of Atarian's very boring but well-meaning speeches about standing your ground, standing up for yourself, maybe being a little tougher when he got beat
keeping
up.
the pores in line.
Okay.
And this ends up activating the second armor, which is the Static Judgment, which is a golden basically a golden Kevlar weave within triaxial patterns going all the way up. So basically, it just compacts everything to the point where the bullets can't get through, and his fist can't do anything. He ends up driving him off, but in turn, Halation takes him off. So now Atarian is literally a pawn of Steel Fate.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. I like that a lot.
Sorry, went a little serious compared.
No, that's perfectly fine. I like the arc of it so much that I don't want to bastardize it by asking for a check. So instead, I'll ask for how well you did at the very, very end. Do you have electronics?
I do.
Give me an electronics.
Gotcha. And silly question, is that rolled with the wild dice as well still?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought. All right.
Of course, Aaron. Don't you know anything about Savage Worlds?
Pretty much everything except for damage gets a wild die.
Okay.
Damage and running. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ross.
Yeah.
Ross.
Yeah.
I'm the Visored Fighter. Fuck you.
Oh.
All right. Oh, that's a double one.
Damn.
You critically failed?
I critically failed. This is
all right.
Game, God damn it.
All right, so guess what? This was a two-parter, and I'm going to hurt you very badly now.
That's cool.
First off, thank you for the sub, Noah.
Better not have a sub to hurt me, you bastard.
No. If Noah's playing, he doesn't. He thinks he can do that to get the stuff. He doesn't get that. No. By the way, the menu is active. We're using the regular one-shot menu, which I still haven't put in the Imgur. So just use the Volterra one. Apologies. You critically failed. So you got your ass shreked like the ogre, and you were captured by this monstrous Atarian.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I did mean to mention Halcyon gave him a name, Sabento. So Japanese. Sabento. So
I believe you mean Halation Facade and not Halcyon. I don't know why you would confuse those names, Aaron.
So, Sabento does beat your fucking ass. Those cheeks get clapped, and you are captured.
Okay.
So now we're on episode 6. Episode 6 sees Angelo, Randall, and Luke basically going to rescue you and figure out this last little bit. But the important thing about this episode, and for time, I'm sort of just going to blow through it. 1, lose a Benny, because you critically failed during this backstory thing.
Did we reset our bennies from the last game?
Yes, you always reset your bennies. You're all at 3. Marshall, you're at 4 because you're young. Now you're just at 3 because I'm taking one. But not only do you manage to find the Mirai drone manufacturing facility, Carol, what would you like that bit donation to go to? Also, thank you. Hi, Gontas. So you are dragged away to the Mirai drone facility, and you very narrowly manage to escape while the others are just sort of pounding the pavement trying to find you. You do... Okay, so for this episode, let's see how well you do. Please give me a spirit check to see how well Marshall keeps his cool.
Probably not, since that's his lowest. So,
Ooh,
let's see.
The next Benny Spank goes to you, Kyle.
Ah, so the tax man cometh. I understand now. So the first person to spend a Benny, I steal that Benny. It becomes my Benny now, and I get an extra Benny for the bad people.
Boo.
Marshall.
I got a 3.
Bad. So you only manage to get like a glimpse of this villain. She appears to sort of be this like golden, hyper advanced version of a Mirai drone, or maybe even the predecessor to a Mirai drone. But
Prototype.
You narrowly manage to escape. And in your escape, you sort of find yourself in the night market. And with all of the information that you had learned from the previous episodes, from the previous characters, you know to avoid Aris, you know that you are actually in the night market, and you know that you were sort of like near where Randall and Luke live. You know, I don't think you guys live together, but you live in the night markets, I think you said, like that general area.
Well, yeah, that area.
Not far.
Yeah. So you managed to get back. Yeah. You managed to get back to there. Unfortunately, in your panic, you can't quite remember exactly where the facility was, but that is where episode 6 ends and where episode 7 now is going to begin. So, the 4 of you find yourselves in, let's say, Luke's apartment, Luke's flat. And this is possibly like 3 hours after Marshall returns. Is it fair to say, Luke, that they've been sort of using your apartment as like the staging ground for this night market sweep?
Sure.
Okay. And so the gang's all here. And the gang, except for you 4, is HBO 1983 Intro and Lidl. The other 2 people that are assisting you with this, pounding the pavement, turning up every rock and checking every darkened neon alleyway. And so
neon is a great phrase.
Isn't that just a black light?
That's different. Marshall.
I'm laying on the floor with an ice pack over my face.
Oh yeah, you have like a big nasty shiner from one of the attacks of, let's say, Sabento was there as well. And do we have a monstrous name for Vastili that is not Ironside?
Potemkin.
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 Potemkin. Okay.
Yeah. It's a Russian battleship. It's also a movie, Battleship Potemkin. It's kind of a big thing.
No, I
by
know.
the way, if I could say my apartment, can I describe my apartment's decor?
That's exactly where I was about to go with this. Please bite me off a piece.
All right, so Taco Bell closed down not too far away.
Oh fuck!
And I got.
Why did I say yes?
Why
did I say yes?
And so everything is stolen from a 1990s Taco Bell, as you can imagine, including part of the menu, which has the Wi-Fi password on it. And
Is the Wi-Fi password just Yokero Wi-Fi?
No, it's Baja Blast, which is also on tap. As I took one of the drink dispensers and like,
I was going to say that's banned in New Viridian. You can't find it anywhere.
Yeah,
I've got that's why they're closed
Nuclear
down.
runoff.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the boxes that you have stolen. Like, why are all these dated 1998?
Because it's 1998 somewhere,
Yeah,
baby.
there's stacks of Godzilla 1998 like giant cups, like just everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that
yeah.
it's actually shit. We established all that stuff.
So
it's 20X.
Yeah,
like it's early.
Yeah, so it's very retro, but like it's got that same colorful 1990s Taco Bell decor, and like so you're just I've thrown in some extra pillows and stuff like that, so the benches aren't quite as hard. But like it's that's where Aaron is resting right now in one of those.
Can I take a Benny away from you? Is that allowed? Am I allowed
give
to
me
do
a Benny.
that?
I'm giving you gold
system.
here. I'm giving you gold.
I'm spinning. I'm spinning hot sauce packets into gold. Fine, yeah, take a Benny. Take a Benny and never ask me for anything again.
I'm going to post this in the Twitch chat as well, but like that's the centerpiece, that like circle thing.
Oh yeah. Inject that
I have
directly
what the
into my
bitches looks like.
veins.
Yeah,
A visceral, vivid memory.
Yeah.
Oh,
if I knew how to swap my picture with that photo, that would be that. I would
The only cups in the house, they're solo jazz cups.
Well, and then Godzilla 1998 cups, but
gotta have Godzilla.
Yeah, but those are for
1998
special
cups.
occasions.
Yeah, we can't use those.
Yeah.
That's for when there's company over. That's the
exactly.
nice.
Oh, we're
tableware.
not company? Oh, wait, actually, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Aw. And so, in this basically decommissioned Taco Bell, Marshall is laying on the ground. Angelo, Randall, what are you two up to? Like, Lidl is sort of like leaned over the large, I'm going to say like, because this is a nebulous future, that was one of the Taco Bells that in the year 1990X was installed with like a very advanced touch screen ordering system, and that has been retrofitted into being sort of like your war table as Lidl's sort of like moving around different browser windows. The browsers are all Netscape, but the touchscreen's super advanced.
I see War Master Lidl.
Netscape
Look,
20XX.
I have to. You made a space, Ross, and I have to play in it, and I'm ready to play in the sandbox.
You have to. You're
I
honored
say yes,
to.
and
you're privileged to.
And so
Netscape.
she's sort of moving around the Netscape browsers and sort of scrutinizing a lot of them. There's like a Zoogle Maps on screen. It'd be like an Ares Maps or something like that. Edgeless Pigeon, thank you for the subscription. Could someone in the chat please assist them in figuring out how they would like to spend that subscription? Thank you very much. And so, shut up.
I was gonna
You
see
can't threaten the chat. That's my job.
No, just get. I deserve a reward for this great evocative.
You
imagery.
already got your Benny, Ross.
Yeah, motherfucker. and so, like the AIM chat messenger that HBO 1983 intro and Lidl are using to communicate as HBO 1983 intro is like typing on like the speak and spell that you've also connected to it. They're having a conversation about where they think, based on Marshall's recollection, they could be. Angelo, Randall, what are you two up to?
Okay,
I think I'm probably going to be. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, how many ranks of battle does Lidl have?
Let's say she has a D8.
Okay. God.
She's fucking hardcore.
Apparently, Jesus.
She works for a living.
This happens in every campaign. Someone befriends some utter rando, and I'm like, this is the character now. This is who it is for the campaign.
Jeez. I don't quite know. I think Angelo is just kind of exhausted, but he doesn't want to sit down on any of the Taco Bell furniture because it's
very sticky.
It's not meant to be sat upon.
It is very clean. That's part of the aesthetic of the 90s Taco Bell. You're thinking like early 90s, late 80s fake stucco Taco Bell. That's
I added some pillows. It's fine.
Angelo, are you like standing, or do you like put like a tarp down to protect you or something like that?
I gather up a couple of like the pillows and maybe like a blanket or a throw or whatever is lying around to just kind of like put it down first.
Yes.
And then I just kind of plop down and like, so what's the plan?
Well, I mean, the most obvious thing, I guess, would be to do a grid search. We know they're in this neighborhood. It's only so big. If we go into every building, sooner or later we'll find them, assuming they don't have some super high tech invisibility cloak or something like that.
I was also going to see if Marshall needs any first aid.
Let's say yes. So please give me a healing check versus Marshall. Also, Brownie Davis, word. Thank you for the follows.
So do I have to roll up to get that, or
no?
Okay.
Randall is just going to roll medicine.
Okay.
To
Thank
mend
you.
to your blackened eye.
Although I do look over at Angelo. It's like, do you have to treat every surface like you're going to get the clap from it?
Yes, I do.
All right. As long as you're being honest about it, that's cool,
Fucking
man.
do.
Also, you should
Yeah,
all.
I rolled 10 on healing, by the way.
There's like a 90% chance we're all gonna like have a fight here, and I'm gonna be really fucking glad that this is the only furniture in the world strong enough to endure a fight that we can do now. So
Yeah,
like,
no, whatever poly material it is, this can take a beating.
yeah,
This
exactly.
is like a super MDF. I don't know what it's made of.
Exactly.
HBO 1983 intro sort of begins to play along on his Game Boy Color, the see-through Game Boy Color, and he sort of says,
"Oh yeah, we are very well protected here."
I see you've recovered from the Molly.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. It was a very high concentration, and I am big enough to admit that it was a mistake.
Thank you.
Like
That-
he's
you learned.
learning. It's fine.
I'm
learn.
glad you also found a new Game Boy Color too. So we should.
yeah. So like,
Yeah.
what are we thinking? Like, Marshall, are you sure you really can't remember like any alleyways or anything? Like, can you remember a nearby stall or like something
Or
like
what it
that?
smelled like.
Sense memory. Maybe if we get you walking around, you can find a stink to follow.
Why don't we
That would
like
be it here. But what I'm going to let you guys know that a lot of what I was worrying about was just fearing for my life, and the fact that the only reason that I don't think I died is the fact that the armor absorbed most of the blast, and I immediately got thrown up against a wall. So
come on, go easy on
We've
the kid.
all
Like,
almost died. It's fine. It's just what we do now.
Come on, guys. He's literally a kid, and he lost, and then apparently had to fight a reanimated version of his like for hire dad. So can we like get off the kid's back?
I mean, like was he dead? Was he like dead, or was he like dead?
No, it's just I can't really explain it. It's like it was a physical shadow almost that solidified when Facade put that other device onto him. It's like there was a solid wall.
Well, that might not have even been him. That might have just been like a copy or an illusion or something.
But I don't think it is, because I know it sounds weird, but if I'm looking at you, if I'm thinking about it, I can see lines going to you, because point to Randall. I'm seeing one that's like crimson red, but it's like life. It's like he is
better red than
pulsing
dead.
with it. With that, yours is on Angelo's is on fire. And
That sounds pretty fucking bad for Angelo.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I mean, Angelo's
and
a hot
Luke-
guy. I'm big enough
and-
to admit that.
and Luke's is like pulsing. Yeah, Luke's is like pulsing with all sorts of different colors too. It's like they go with
Hell
your
yeah, it
life.
is. Yeah.
And I saw.
What about
the one
me?
that
What about me? What about me? Focus through your black eye. Focus on me. What's
Is it
red is
Baja
mine?
Blast colored? Here's a cup of Baja Blast to compare it.
No, that's
It's I can give you the Pantone number if that helps.
actually it's kind of like neon lights that are kind of going through like you're racing through the streets. That's the way I'm thinking. That's at least what it
like
seems
brake
like.
lights in the distance. Just
Yeah.
Nice.
Just
All right. So maybe we should just why don't we eliminate the most likely suspects in our neighborhood? We can just look at all the buildings, the biggest, most abandoned buildings, and just start from the biggest, most abandoned and work our way down. So
okay. Well, then let's get to scrutinizing. Does anybody have investigate? Or actually, it might be called research in this edition. I always mess that up.
I do.
Okay. Does anybody else have it?
Nope.
Does anyone have battle? I doubt it.
But I have a rank in battle. I've got a D4.
Are you shitting me? Okay, Angelo, you can roll a support roll to Marshall. For every success, you add a +1. Marshall, please give me research.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
10.
All right. And
So that's a
six.
+2 to you. A
And
6? Okay. That's with the +1?
Yeah, so that'd be 7 then. So with the +1
7.
on.
So close, so close. So courtesy of Edgeless Pigeon's subscription, y'all get the effects of what's known as an adventure card. A draw from the adventure deck. Noah drew the 7th card. And so if you want to like jot this down somewhere, this is kind of like a use it or lose it effect. But you drew the card enemy. You can play it on an enemy wild card in the first round of a combat. Oh Jesus, no, this one. I'm not doing that one. that one's really complicated.
How am I going to learn?
No. Like, trust me, it's draw 3 more cards. Like, we have time to consider
cards.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like you suffer a bad thing, but draw 3 more cards, and you can just play them. It's like, oh fuck.
Okay.
Shaken in their boots, playing a combat situation. Your character does something so shocking that it brings the area to a standstill. All other characters, friend or foe, are shaken. Shaken is a very important thing in Savage Worlds. It's like the floating temporary hit point. So one of you can play that at any point, and everybody in the scene starts to shit them draws. So,
ooh, that'd be good use for my Siren Head thing.
Oh Jesus Christ! And so,
I assume it just sounds like the Silent Hill siren.
Yeah.
No, it's 100% that. Like, yeah.
And so, Marshall, with your 7 and Angelo's support roll, you managed to narrow it down to 2 or 3 potential locations as you're sort of crunching the numbers and bringing up like the utility works, like layout maps and things like that, and looking up, is a place still operating? Does anyone have hacking?
No.
Really? Randall doesn't have hacking? That's a surprise.
I'm not a hacker. I'm just a, street organizer.
Well, a different type of hacking.
All right.
So I had repair. That was how I messed with the screen before.
The one, yeah. So regrettably, none of you can hack into like the like electrical reporting company so that you can see like what buildings that are supposed to be abandoned are drawing too much electric power. So unfortunately, the next step of figuring out which of these 3 buildings it is going to be a little bit of dirty grunt work.
I have an idea.
Oh.
So, would it be possible to if doing dirty grunt work too? It could be electronics or repair to basically have go check the meters around town, just to basically see which one is pulling more.
I mean, we'd actually have to be there, and if they have guards on, they'll fucking see us.
Exactly. Like you will have to trespass regardless. So if you get there and you want to check the meter, I don't know if Marshall, like most 16-year-olds, knows what taxes or bills are, but
wow.
So
especially because he's rich.
Especially because he's rich.
I'm going to say just yes, because you have his father bitching about it constantly and says, here's the shelters that are going to protect you in your future, you little prick.
You little shit. And so you all sort of hit the ground. We're going to say that HBO 1983 intro and Lidl go to one of the locations. Would you like to go as a group, or would you like to sort of verify each of them individually? Like in groups of 2? Let's say that they are perfectly equidistant in a triangle.
Well, like how long would it take for one of us to go to the other location then? Like,
if you're really booking it, I would say on foot, maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, so they're pretty far apart.
They're pretty far apart, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want to go by ourselves because if one of us gets into trouble, that's 30 minutes that they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
So then, should we stay here or go?
You should probably stay here and just keep an eye out on the market and neighborhood and call us if anything weird happens. Yeah, I don't know if you had some other idea, but
fine.
I don't want you to get attacked. I mean, you could scope them out from a distance. Oh, I know. You could stake out one of them.
Stake out.
Yeah.
You can count on me, Luke. I got this one covered. As she gesticulates with the gun, the safety is off and her finger is on the trigger.
Whoa, trigger discipline.
I got it. And points it directly at Angelo. We're gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. Moves it to Marshall as she moves away. All right. Catch you later, y'all. Walks out with the gun in her mouth. She's a serial killer now, I've decided. And her and HBO 1983 intro walk away.
I guess that explains why she was so eager to get in a fucking violent confrontation.
Are they about to disappear into a Takeshi Miike film and just?
How did HBO 1983 intro initially lose all of his parts?
I don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Riedel was there.
Let's just say the oscilloscope. That wasn't his first try with an oscilloscope.
Yeah.
So they're going to go and stake out one of the locations, and so the group of you go to check out the other two, and we'll spare the boring details of filler at the wrong one. So eventually you will end up at the right one. But what is your approach to each of these venues? What's your angle?
So all three of these locations are abandoned, right?
From the outside, they all appear to be abandoned. Yes.
Okay. So we could, I don't know, we could just walk by it and kind of see if there's anything. You just walk on the street next to the building and see if there's anything that we can.
Street's got eyes, man. That's if we're gonna go, why not just go in?
Okay. Yeah, we could just try and parkour from rooftop to rooftop.
Can everyone else parkour?
I mean, vertical leap.
Oh, okay. So the 6-foot vertical leap is while you are shifted.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be fully ready to fuck shit up.
I mean, we're gonna scare a bunch of hobos.
Yeah. Also, the fact that there's a panopticon that's looking for us, right now.
All right. Fair.
So I will allow Luke if you want to sort of go ahead because you actually have free runner as an edge.
I do have free runner.
If you want to go ahead and give me an athletics with I believe a +2 from free runner because you're doing trust square shit.
Mm-hmm. 5.
Okay, so with a 5, you manage to kip up. You grab a fire escape, hoist yourself up, run up the top, jump across from building to building, jump over the electrified barbed wire fence, land on the inside, roll behind a couple of rusted out oil barrels, and you manage to discreetly get inside, and no one saw anything.
Could I use driving to determine if there's been vehicles through this place recently? Or where they might end up going? If there's secret garage doors or something?
Spotting things is typically noticed, but you know what? Let's fucking do it. I like that. Go ahead and give me a driving, because there are definitely tire tracks here. You just spot that, no problem. Yeah. But you have a history of stunt driving and stunt manning, so go ahead and give it to me.
4.
So yes, you do spot some thick tire treads. They are recent, and they definitely appear to have been carrying heavy cargo, I'm going to say. But just based on the spaces in between the treads and the general dispersal of the tire and things like that. It was a truck that appeared to be way overburdened, and it's very recent.
Okay.
which is super suspicious.
Okay.
What about Randall or Marshall?
Question.
Yes.
So I took survival as a skill, which I don't know. I sort of imagine being like the street version of survival, let's say, since there's not a forest around here.
Yeah,
So can I see? Can I attempt to see what area, like what entrance looks like it would be the most trafficked, just by like checking out what's around?
I like that a lot. Give me that. We'll say that there are, excluding windows, 3 entrances, like one smack dab in the middle on the side, and then 2 like directly parallel to one another at the far end of the facility. We're going to say that it's a very large, like sort of like corrugated metal warehouse.
Okay, that is a 5 to that.
Definitely the westmost rear entrance has the most foot traffic. Without a raise, unfortunately, you only managed to determine that much. Marshall, what's Gucci?
Since he's able to, because he said this is the entrance to the building, would I be able to do a repair roll to see if I could actually break into that, or jury rig the lock so we could get in?
So there is the electrified barbed wire fence that I said as a one-off goof before, but now it is very canon because I did say it. And so that is a bit of an obstacle. Randall and Angelo are sort of observing from outside. Luke is the only one currently inside.
Okay.
But when you get to like the interior doors, if there are pass code number pads or anything like that, that is when that would probably tie in.
Okay. Oh, then in that case, since we do have the electric fence, could I use that repair roll to see if I could do a bypass to either shut it off or create a safe space for us to get through?
Wouldn't you need access to a panel or something like that?
Yeah, the panel is definitely going to be interior, and you are attempting the opposite of a repair. I would say you're attempting a break.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to do everything every round.
I'm just spitballing ideas. So
I will give you a chance to shine. I promise you this.
Luke,
on the inside, like,
I see
Randall,
any way? Yeah.
Randall and Angelo have sort of given you this intel. Like, let's say that you're all on one of HBO 1983's like very, very old, very, very retro, like peer-to-peer.
We're all using pagers.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Little
pagers.
Keyboard pagers.
They're secure. No one else uses them. They don't know how to tap them. So
they run exclusively on Luke and HBO 1983 intros, like VPN, like your private server. So no one even knows to look for it. Like, it's so obtuse, almost inconveniently so, some would say. Luke, what are you up to?
So is there any way, now that I'm on the inside of the fence, to look around and let my buds in past the fence? Is there like
So with a fairly simple sort of perusal, you spot that there are a few security cameras that are sort of hidden, and they are really nice, and they are very well hidden. But you do spot directly in the view of one of the security cameras the like junction box that would turn the electrified fence off. Yeah.
Okay. So I do have repair and stealth. So I guess probably there's only one camera with a view on it though, right?
There's the one camera with a view of the juncture box, to your knowledge.
Oh wait, actually no. My fucking my dark synth armor has invisibility. It costs 5 PP to cast. What is PP again?
So that stands for power points, and basically what that means is for like the duration of the rest of the adventure, you wouldn't be able to use that because you have 5 power points to spend with that suit of armor, and you would be consuming them all for this invisibility right now.
I see. So I
How
could
long
just
does that last?
doesn't say.
It lasts for 5 rounds, which we're gonna sort of abstract. We're gonna say it lasts for like a couple minutes. Like, you'll only have like 2 minutes tops to get in. We'll say 10 seconds a round.
Oh, I couldn't use
Something
fear
like
then because that costs 2 PP to cast. Okay, I will do that then.
You'll recover them at a rate of 1 per hour. So, like for the purpose of the game, let's not worry too much about it. I'm not gonna,
Is
bust
there a way
your
to
chops.
spend bennies to recover them faster or anything like that?
You know what? Let's say we'll say if you spend a Benny, you can recover to full because we're playing fast and loose.
Okay. In that case, that's probably worth it. Can I just turn into my Dark Synth armor, turn invisible, and shut the box off?
Yeah, you'll still need to give me a stealth check because that's required to activate invisibility, but please.
Okay. Cool.
When does this stream ever play it slow and tight?
Wow. I got 2 6s.
Okay, so they explode.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. So 8 is my highest roll.
So that's a hit with a raise.
Yeah.
You just ski-daddle on out of there and effortlessly turn it off and then sort of get back into hiding before like the 15 seconds after you manage to escape, your invisibility sort of wears off. Your invisibility, like, is it just like a classic invisibility, or is it like some like weird like color out of space? Like there's a very clear problem there, but people can't fathom that it even exists.
Well, I'd just say it's normal invisibility. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
And so the electrified fence.
It's cheaper in production costs.
If we don't have to record anybody.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd almost see the effect is it literally your suit literally goes green screen before anything just fades away.
Like what no one even factored in is how great it is that we can sell 2 versions of the Dark Synth costume. One that we cast with normal plastic and one that we cast with clear plastic. We don't even have to paint that one. We got that bread. We can do that for the weapons. We can do that for everything. All right, we're raking in the money. You understand?
The collectors are going to pay a ridiculous amount for that.
People would. That's the collector's item. You have to buy the clear plastic one. It costs $500.
That premium Bandai.
Only available at SDCC.
SDCC limited 500 units. And so, good fucking riddance. And so, Randall, Angelo, Marshall, you have access in, but for all of you to sort of get across the sort of patrolling cameras, we'll say that the Metal Gear Solid rules, they sort of.
Well, can I say I've gotten in a position up against the building during my invisibility? Like,
you know what? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's more than fair. Randall, Angelo, Marshall, what would you like to do? Like, this could just be regular old stealth. We could call it an athletics of you trying to time it. We could call it one of you rolling a notice. Each of you pitch me a skill, and if 50% of you succeed, then we'll call it a victory.
Is that going to be like athletics, like dive rolling at the right time?
All right.
I'll be stealthing.
Don't be suspicious.
Yeah, stealthing along with one of those, basically a blanket out of that masked material that covers you from certain cameras or can confuse it. So I'm just going to be holding it underneath my eyes.
You just have that? You just have that?
I'm rich.
Spend a Benny, and I'll just count you as an automatic success because you just have that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, you good. You made it.
Rich
Angelo.
bastard.
Yeah, you have one less Benny now, you fool.
You're just jealous.
Dirty poor people. Angelo, Randall, what about you?
Throw it back to them. Come on.
I am using my stuntman
Training
and training to like tuck and roll and dive around corners because my stealth is not that good.
All right, so that sounds like 2 athletics checks to me. Go ahead and hit me with it.
I rolled a 5.
Okay, that's a pass.
15.
So yeah, you just like tuck and roll like Sonic T Hedgehog. You barrel through. Both of you get to the side door, no problem. Randall, you rolled the survival check before, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Could you give me another one really quickly?
Yep.
Because what?
I was just gonna say I like to think that when I'm going through like the hallways and stuff like that, getting inside, it's clearly the suit actor dressed up as me, like doing
for sure. I love the meta commentary of Angelo being played by a guy who is basically like the Gibson of the real world, and Gibson is played by a stunt actor because he's a secondary character.
Yes, exactly. He's my stunt double.
Yeah, he's your stunt double. They really cut cost.
That is a 10 on the survival.
Oh, okay, yeah. First and foremost, this door's fake. Like, this door will lead you into the warehouse, but it's a front. There is a hidden panel, and you just pop it off, and the corrugated steel sort of falls onto the ground. And sure enough, in there is let's say a perfect sphere-shaped indentation, like surrounded by high-tech looking materials, all cast in gold.
I haven't seen that before.
Guys, I think we found it.
Found what?
So what do we do?
Why are you in your outfit?
Because it may be.
Oh, were we supposed to change?
No.
Man.
No.
I can turn invisible. I had to turn the electric fence off.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, your text was a little garbled. I think you need to practice typing on your pager with your glove hands, because you're not very good at it.
Kind of looking at our Destiny core too. Is it the perfect size for that?
110% yes.
Maybe it's needing a receptacle for this.
I volunteer yours.
Would you stop volunteering the child for stuff? I'm gonna put mine
first
in.
of all,
so Randall just, as you two start to argue, Randall sockets.
Because Randall is overconfident.
Randall
and overprotective.
For playing 2 of your hindrances, you gain a Benny. You potentially risk it all.
Yeah.
And when you put it in, it's sort of some of the corrugated steel slats back like shutters, and there is a little like touch screen, and it begins to sort of rotate because this is a Toku series, and that means all criminal enterprises need to have a logo.
Gotta have that.
And so it rotates with the Steel Fate evil logo.
Oh, I recognize that branding.
Yeah, right. Super important. And
spray paint over logo must resist.
Yeah, we actually need to use this. So
Marshall, you said that you had like electronics or repair or something like that?
I do have electronics and repair, yes.
Give me electronics just to sort of make heads or tails of this hyper advanced thing. You've been surrounded by like Taco Bell accoutrement for the past forever.
Yeah.
So like real technology is kind of tough.
And like my parents are very stingy and will only use like iPods that they got 20 years ago. So.
Oh no! This is an alternate reality. Zune is what won.
Oh god, it is.
Damn right it is.
Mm-hmm. Zune won.
All right.
You
got
can
a 4
squirt
on
your
that.
tunes to your friends.
Don't say squirt your tunes.
Is that what you could do with Zune? You could like that's what they called wirelessly sending songs to each other.
Did they?
Yeah.
No wonder they fucking failed. But yeah, so that's why it's a Z phone, it's Zuber,
don't
it's
encourage it,
Zoogle,
no.
it's all Zune. Microsoft won.
Right. He's right. It's that makes everything make sense.
Yeah,
And
I
so-
just Googled it. Zune should go beyond squirting. Is a headline from Newsweek. From 2006.
What have I done?
Yeah.
What have I done? Squirt your tunes to me, baby.
Yeah.
And so, how was that electronics roll, Marshall? Did you access the squirt interface?
Did you squirt your way through the security?
This is a squirt-powered machine. Thank you for the cheers, Christine. 100 bits for ew.
Hey, we're learning something.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah,
I prefer learning about
How'd you do,
Steelcade.
Marshall?
I got 4.
4. Okay. So yes, you managed to interact with the
You just barely squirt
liquid-based.
through it.
Yeah.
It's a liquid-based interference and interface, and so you sort of take out your water bottle, you wet your hands with it, and you sort of directly interfere
laser
with this.
residue.
Yeah. No, I know.
Did it squirt on you?
it's hydrotech. That's it's squirt-based technology. And so you get through it. We're moving past this bit. I hate it. And so you get through, and the door very quickly opens up. I'm in here just in time for this. Hi, Sophia.
Moisture sense recognized.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Right,
so yeah, that's how it hits you.
Pour it on in
hits
here
you with
before it dries up.
No.
Moisture signature detected. Welcome.
I'm done.
And so you all get into the elevator.
We're not done till it's done with you.
Chat is fucking going into revolt. And so you all enter in like a very large, super sleek looking like power lift, and like black like polysteel metal running with like hot yellow, like brilliant neon yellow trim and accoutrement, like all super sci-fi-y outrunny tech. And
should have brought
for
your
some reason,
Polaroid, Luke. This should have been taken. We should be taking Polaroids of this.
Luke, did you bring your Polaroid?
Hell yeah, I did.
And so you begin to snap some pics as you see, all of the floors.
I got mine.
You're dead to me. And so, Marshall, this part of it you do begin to remember now. You remember the floor that the elevator you used to escape was on. You also remember the point in which it was turned off.
Is this an elevator that goes down at an angle, aka a funicular?
I was just gonna say it's a straight drop power lift. I mean, we're burrowing straight to the center of the earth with this one. I'm sorry. You got Taco Bell house. You be appreciative.
and squirt interface.
All right,
yeah.
I'm a greedy little boy.
And so, Marshall, you like interact with the interface, and it begins to head down like quite quickly. You're going deep beneath New Viridian, like well beneath any of the like utility tunnels or access tunnels or anything like that. Like deep.
Straight to the core.
And
man, this is so far underground. I'm not even sure Luke's tastes will be found down here.
This better not awaken something in me.
Yeah, I was a fool to think we would escape.
And so you all get to, there are basically just like two floors. There is ground floor and basement floor. And you all are about 30 seconds from arriving at basement floor when you realize that there is a camera in the lift. It is also like black, and its lens is perfectly sort of blended in with all of the yellow LED like spheres, the yellow like neon and LED spheres, circles, whatever the word is, and it's one of those camera lenses.
Well, I guess the rest of us better get dressed for date night then.
I punch it first before they transfer.
And the footage crackles and breaks, and that's when we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're back from that very brief bio break. So you punch the camera, and when the show gets back from commercials, which I'm working on this and next week, I'm very excited to actually be able to make our own BPB bullshit commercials for the future. Oh my god, I'm so excited for Star Streamers commercials. The like two doors at the bottom of the elevator sort of have that like arching cut to them, and they slide open with that weird like gravitational hiss and things like that. Regrettably, as they open, you see the interior of which appears to be, and again, this is not up to code. There is no OSHA in the future. Like the very golden and black interior of this facility, like golden runways, and like all of the pipes are black, like the pipes that protect electrical, the pipes that run water, the pipes that pump out sewage. They're all the same color, super not up to code, but there is a bright yellow flashing that sort of like casts a glare off of this really bright gold. Again, terrible for evacuations, but the alarm siren does sort of go off as you peek your heads out to see what's going on, and hits with just a gentle beware, beware, beware. And
that alarm is very hipster.
Shut up.
It's bespoke.
Oh, it's back. Yeah, it's it's the bespoke BPB alarm. Every alarm is that alarm, but now I have a voice modifier for it. And so the long corridor sort of runs down, and you can't really see any figures moving through it. Marshall, you remember sort of running through this hallway, but just because you didn't pass your roll, you're not super familiar with the interior of the facility. What would all of you like to do? Just long corridor, some auxiliary doors farther down this hallway.
Are we at the end of the corridor? Sorry.
I would say that this elevator is at the absolute extreme end of the facility.
So it's a one-way thing.
It's a one-way. It's absolutely a one-way, yeah.
All right.
If I could, I know it's not remembering it, but if I transform, because part of that increases my spirit.
Okay.
So could I try to potentially sense one of the threads like I did before with with everybody else to see if it would lead me somewhere?
I would say that would probably be tied to more like a suit that grants you an edge.
Okay.
So how about this? Okay. Because it's a variable transformation, instead of improving your spirit, what say we give you an edge like danger sense or some sort of supernatural sense that might alleviate that? How's that sound?
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. So
you hit this slightly variable transformation compared to what was the suit that you usually use to increase your spirit?
That one, let's see. That's just the transcendent understanding.
So you transform into a slightly different transcendent understanding, and you begin to sort of feel out for these threads. That will be a notice check.
Okay.
How's that?
That perfect. So if it works better for you.
Meanwhile, Angelo, Randall, you both sort of spot, and Luke as well, we'll say, running along this hallway, several like what you originally thought were like the grates for like HVAC runs, like air conditioning vents. They unshutter, and some Mirai drones begin to shoot out of them.
Uh-oh.
They are entering the hallway.
Maybe we should have to speak to their manager.
You're breaking up. Is your XLR loose?
Oh, it might be. Am I about now?
Yes, I'm better.
Okay, better. That wasn't only me, right? Like everybody heard that?
Yeah. No, he was breaking up.
All right, let's ask to speak to their manager.
I shoot them with my air raid siren, which is
I think aren't you the only one who's transformed? We should probably. I was doing a one-liner. You guys want to? Yeah.
So Randall, your bit for the show is you go for the one-liner, while meanwhile Luke is already just like mid-violent shooting. So Luke, go ahead and give me a shooting roll as you interrupt Randall as he's saying this. I want to speak to their big loud siren blasts.
All right. Nope. That is just 2 3, so that is not going to do anything.
So unfortunately, you manage to like fill the chamber, the hallway with like bouncing sirens. The vibrations shake some of them, but they don't suffer any hindrances from that. Angelo and Randall, transforming for your framework is not an action. So just please go ahead and give me whatever you want to do in whatever suit you want to do it in.
Okay. I'm going to use my new shit, the retro armor, and it's got a sort of a gray blue Garo kind of armory look to it.
Woo!
And I get this, this big like one-handed battle axe. And I'm just gonna start using the Havoc ability
Okay, so we'll tie your Havoc ability to athletics, just because you're trying to swing as hard as you can, not necessarily with the finesse of a fighter. So go ahead and give me athletics to activate Havoc. And while he's doing that, Randall, what are you up to?
Well, I haven't actually debuted any of my other forms yet, so I guess I will do that now.
Okay.
So I'm going to transform into the armor is the Fellow Traveler armor, which
How does that look?
gives me it is much more streamlined. It still has it has much smaller rivets than my normal suit. It's much more streamlined, but it still has, of course, the giant stylized R and the bandana over his robot face for some reason. And it gives leaping, nimble, and quick. And the weapon is the outreach gauntlets, which give me reach ×2 and tripping.
So that means you have a 6-foot horizontal punch.
Yeah. So I am going to long distance punch one of these drones.
So you punch. We'll call it
it's
6'6". You punch a whole Kyle of length before you collide with the drone.
The fists fly off rocket fist style, but are attached with chain winches back to the stump of the arm.
I fucking love that. So they shoot off. So just go ahead and give me a fighting. Angelo, how's that Havoc looking?
I got a 4.
So that is enough to activate Havoc. Okay. So what does this sort of manifest as? What's the weapon for the derecho armor?
So it's the Havax. So it's a one-handed, big bladed, single-bladed battle axe, and I just start wailing in a flurry, and it just causes a torrent of wind to blast out in a cone or medium blast template according to the rules. So
we're
going for the cone.
We'll go for the cone, and so I'll just roll.
All about the cones.
All about the cone. It's about cones. So with the minus, so because they are distracted, they have a -2 on this roll. So they both, all of them got 1s, both groups of the Mirai drones. And so they go flying backwards. Oh my God, they go flying 33 feet, just pinballing down the hallway as Randall charges down and cocks back with that big winch fist, and it shoots out and
5
and blows all of them up, and that sort of din fills the room before quieting as that chain punch comes back, and the only thing that everyone can hear is the gentle sound of zzz, 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 sparking from the destroyed Mirai drones, and just a very distant, even though it's right next to you, from Luke. Okay, so Marshall, how was that check go as you sort of focused yourself and found a thread amongst the chaos?
Yeah, so I got a 5 on that. So when I was doing that, the threads that make up kind of the shoulder armor of that start extending outwards, and there's multiple more ethereal threads that kind of interconnect and start tugging at that slightly. Although he has pulled back a little bit with the others activating their abilities because they're just creating so much karmic pull, I guess. Since they're pulling, it's oh, I gotta ignore you. Gotta ignore you. You're too loud.
I love that. And you said you rolled at least a 4, right?
I have a 5.
5. So. Excellent. Thad, can you pick a number 1 to 20?
Sorry, what?
Pick a number 1 to 20.
1 to 20. Okay. 13.
So that thread that you begin to feel, I think that's 13. That thread that you begin to follow and feel, you sense it fray off at the end. Destiny is pulling you in multiple directions. There are 2 places that you can go, Marshall.
Okay.
That's all I will say about this. Meanwhile, Randall, courtesy of Tony Glock, thank you for the Twitch subscription, Tony. You have given... Nope. It's another one that's draw 100 cards. Okay. You have gotten the card Angry Mob. A mob of angry locals, about 2 per hero, join the fight. Whether they are friend or foe depends on the situation. So you know what?
Card.
You play this card if you want high risk, high reward shit. We'll see how it goes.
Can that one carry
Sounds
over
like
to the next adventure?
No. Shit. No. And so...
Hey, look, that sounds like the perfect card for Masked Organizer Rally.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you all begin to like run down the hallway and lefts and rights and lefts and rights. So we are going to enter a bit of a dramatic task, much like we did last time. For those of you who remember, dramatic tasks are you can pitch me skills and I will tell you if it works for me or not, as long as it fits like the appropriateness of the situation. And you need a number of successes before a certain amount of rounds has passed. And so I have set the difficulty. Right now, it's just 3 doors at the end of this hallway, kind of in like a crossroads formation, just the one you came from and then bang, 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 like left, right, center. Who would like to go first, and what would you like to go with?
I'm going to run up to the middle door because
all
that's
right.
what I'm doing.
Cut through all the bullshit. You charge through the metal door.
Overconfident to the max!
And we're going to say that as you barrel through that door, because I like the Angry Mob card and I want to establish it, we are going to say that there are a good amount of people in this room, and they appear to be working part of an assembly line. This appears to be the recycling part of it, and they appear to be going through boxes of destroyed Mirai drones and sort of picking out components and things that could still be of value.
I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Upon kicking the door open and seeing a room full of fellow workers, I'm going to plant my feet solidly on the ground and declare that Steel Fate's day is over and it's time for all of us to take back the city and call for them to be free and join us, that we will protect justice together. So I'm going to roll persuasion, I guess?
You chant this and roll persuasion. This persuasion roll will determine if these are loyal workers or people who have been like home ganged.
All right.
Ben, fucking Benny, if you fail.
Man, come on.
Oh, there's 1 6.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. 10!
The proletariat uprising begins, comrade. They hushed, like a hushed murmur comes over the crowd, and they all sort of look down at the ground. And you very quickly, with your fists and sort of with everyone, like quite literally break the chains that are holding them here. These like golden chains that are holding them in place. They do not actively participate yet, but the Angry Mob card is allied. It always comes down to proletariat revolutions here on BTV.
Rider for the people.
Christ. And so,
Light Up the Dice starts playing.
This is extremely Proto-Men. Like we very much have a more optimistic Proto-Men setting.
That is it.
Who would like to go next as you sort of run forward through the next chamber? You can tell me what's in the chamber. I'm even open to that. Like really feel free to paint me a canvas.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm easy to please.
I will use performance because there's a bunch of musical equipment there.
Okay.
That they stole from my show. Like they salvaged all my shit from the I had to flee from vapor space, and they all took it. So I can use it. Yeah,
it's all the AV equipment that they stole from you, and that Panoptus took.
Yeah, and the Panoptus.
Oh, Panoptus too. Jesus fucking. Yeah. All right. So
I'll roll performance to reactivate it and turn on all the lights and visuals, which will have a bunch of cameras and stuff like that, so you can get a sense of what's going on. And
we'll say that they are storing this stuff suspiciously close to like one of the monitoring rooms because they need to keep security guards near the workers so that they can like threaten them into check. So while you're doing that and patching all this audiovisual equipment into their monitoring equipment, Angelo, Marshall, and Randall, you just begin to fight the Steel Fate grunts that are in the area. It's a lot of like hails of submachine gun fire as Luke like dives around and begins to like pull out cords and plug in keytars into amplifiers, and the three of you just go to battle with these regular human members of Steel Fate. Luke, how's that performance?
An 11.
Oh no. Oh no. All right, so Luke, you gain total control of the surveillance network, and it comes through your suits like Pip-Boy Neo Geo. So, if anyone wants to interact with that in the future, you can. But Angelo, Marshall, and Randall,
The alarm changes to floral
Wait,
shop.
can I shame these human minions by like, hey, it's karaoke time. Let's see how they do, and just like have mics drop down from the air and just put spotlights on them to see how well they sing, and have them do like put on the link for Baby One More Time and just see how they do. You know.
So you scare them into dancing, like quite the dance macabre.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not what it means, but it sounds like dance.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to choke under pressure. I'm going to attempt a trip attack against them while they're.
You've already had yours.
Oh, okay.
So the stage is set. No, it's okay. The stage is set. Angelo or Marshall. There's like a very
you said
weird...
Marshall. I thought you said Randall. Sorry.
No, if I did, I apologize. That's my bad. Marshall or Angelo.
Hey.
There is a horrid dance battle occurring. A room full of people yearning for the freedom to throw off their yoke, and just a bunch of dudes still shooting at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the thick of it with the remaining guys shooting at us.
Okay, so you close and you just start to clap cheeks. Give me fighting.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something else you wanted to do?
Luke's fight scene.
I'm
yeah,
just
of course.
looking at it. Hold on.
So yeah, that's part of your performance role, Luke. You begin to like do like a diegetic OST like for the fight theme of the show. Like it's all diegenic, excuse me. And yeah, it's going. Angelo, what's up?
So my Havax also has burst on it as a trait, so I'm going to get in there and really let them have it.
No need to suffer the -2 because this is purely narrative. We're just going to say that you're just doing it. You know, that'll only apply in like actual battle.
Okay.
How'd you do?
Hold on. Well, that's an
Rookie
8 there,
mistake.
and that's a 6.
No!
So 8 and a 7.
Okay, so 8 total then.
8 is my biggest result.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
8.
And so you, with 2 more successes, good God, just begin to havoc these enemies. Marshall, you're the last action, Marshall. Marshall.
We still have one door that's unopened, correct?
In this audio-visual room, because you went through the recycling, like the reclamation room, and then into the security room, there are 3 doors in here. Again, it seems this is very much like a spider webbing, like honeycombing facility. The thread's split.
So
one
this
goes
is
left. One goes left, one goes
choice.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is now my choice. I'm going to take that while they're I'm going to feel this out. I think I'm going to take the left door because I feel that's where I was at again. I need to know where that is.
So to put it in more of a meta sense, so that way, because again, this is the writer's room. Like, we're writing our Toku show. Does Marshall go to the one that is Marshall meta plot related, or does he go to the main story quest?
What will Marshall do?
Just for this, since everybody else is going to focus on the main one, I am going to go to the left side right now, and it reveals the meta plot right now that has Atarian, or what
Yes,
remains.
that is exactly what I'm going for.
What remains of Atarian.
So he is not immediately there. You still have to go through this dramatic test to get there. But
that's fine.
Let's say for this one, like, we'll just call it an athletics to run there as fast as you can, or a notice to follow the thread. Does anyone want to go with Marshall? Because you, like, Luke, you know for sure Marshall is not going in the direction of, like, the control center for the production line.
Okay, I will tell the other two.
I'm going off after him. Can't leave the kid alone.
Okay, so Randall just books it.
All right, I'll stay here and keep on blinding them with the light, the spotlights.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just they're so bad. They suck at this. The next person to roll has a +1 on that roll, courtesy of Sylphstorm.
Yay!
Thanks, Cat.
And so, Marshall and Randall, you begin to run off in that direction, and Angelo and Luke, you finish off the sorry excuse for dancers, and head off to the right to finish the objective after maybe some heated words or anything like that. But it's just too fast for anyone to say anything. New round. Marshall, how did you do on that roll, by the way?
How will Aaron roll?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's 2 6s in a row.
Okay, so that's 1 success. Oh, no, did they explode? Or
They explode, yeah.
So roll again, so it's not
going.
14.
He knows. Be nice. How'd you do?
14.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck, that's 3. Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Saw into the future.
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't do that right. I can see the future.
I can see the future. And so as you're running, like, one of the doors opens and there is a woman with, like, a shotgun there, like, ready to take your head off. But you saw this future. You just plug the gun with your finger and it, like, Bugs Bunny splits open.
Nice.
God, do you have something you want to do? I'm sorry if I'm taking too much.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's the idea that I had. So seeing it, I actually am surprised by it because I didn't think about that. But when I put my hand down, I actually end up getting one of the weapons I haven't used before, which is my Pythian cutter. It's a giant basically an oversized fabric cutter that can extend into a sword, so it goes up, flips it to its blade form, and just immediately bisects the barrel of it as she's looking.
Now it's 2 single barrel shotguns.
It does stop dead. I'm like, but I'm looking up surprised, going, "Did that actually happen?"
So you don't lose your way as you pull out your thread cutter, and like the first swing, the first cut is so fast and smooth that, like, it does that classic anime shit where, like, now there's just, like, big cuts in the wall too, but the person's totally fine, just passes out from fright as you just, did that actually work? And then you get back to it. Phone, stop talking. And so...
and looking back at Randall, like, I didn't even know it was there. Was this always here?
So... Top of the round, 9 successes so far, everybody. Maybe you need 50 successes to win. I don't know. Last round, who would like to go first? Luke and Angelo, you can tell me what you find in the next room on your way. Marshall and Randall, the same applies to you. Like, you have full discretion.
I feel like if one room was like all of the AV equipment, the following room would be like sets or like a series
propaganda
of like,
sets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like one is like an artificial like wood-sided like cabin on a picturesque prairie hill. Another one is like an industrial center, like a fake factory that's actually up to code, but it's totally a set. It just looks like it's up to code, but it is a set.
Perfect.
This is where Steel Fate and presumably Prognostic Corp shoot their propaganda. Angelo and Luke, with this run of sets before you, what would you like to do?
Are there bad guys here, or are there?
I mean, if you want them to be, absolutely there are.
Well, I mean, maybe not. Okay, maybe there's like a big control panel, or like a central, like, any TV studio would have a control panel or like control room with like tons of monitors and like
Absolutely.
panels of equipment. All right, so I'll start hacking.
You know what we're gonna say? This is the future.
Yeah.
Not only is it like the TD's switch and like the audio board and all of that, it's all sort of in one, but it is like a Dr. Wily style like hover platform, so that they can like get whatever view they want, totally silent, like cutting edge shit.
That's mine. I jump on it.
So you jump onto it. And what would you like to do with it? From here, you have complete technological control, provided you can figure out the inputs of the entire studio.
I'm going to try and figure out the inputs. I'm going to start pushing buttons.
What do you think that would be?
I have repair.
It's not broken.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Performance. It's like AV equipment.
You don't have electronics?
I do not have electronics.
Let's call it performance at -2.
Okay.
Because it's not the skill I'm looking for, but it would still technically fit at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so performance -2.
That still works. 5.
Oh! God damn it. And so I never get to hurt you. So you gain total control of it. And so like as some of the Mirai drones are like flying towards you from the fake industrial set, like this was based on the information before you, this set was about to be used in like a workplace hazards PSA and like do your part, which you have seen what workplaces look like. Propaganda
tell
to
people
the fullest.
outside of workplace about the chemical spill.
Yeah,
that's an inside work talking point.
So, like, what do you do in this work site hazard video? Because, like, it was arranged for there to be some sort of mechanical failure to represent, like, Prognosticorp would never have this happen.
Okay,
what
so
do you do to destroy the Mirai drones?
Okay, so basically, a lot of this is going to be about that the perennial topic of workplace safety videos, which is forklift safety. And so,
the chat is already talking about the German forklift video. Like that's exactly what we're all going for.
Always saves the day.
So basically, that's kind of what's going to happen is that the as I start basically kiting them into forklifts that are primed to fucking mutilate or crash or topple large pallets of hazardous materials.
Unsafe forklift behavior.
The acid, the canister containing hydrochloric acid too high while it's not secured. It could tip over and fall on whoever is below. And so
here's the fucked up thing: it was real hydrochloric acid.
Oh,
and so it just like sizzles away like to dust, to goo, these things. Because I'm pretty sure gold gets disintegrated in hydrochloric acid.
Most stuff does.
Yeah, most things do. And so that is like Dunzo Sunzo. Angelo, think about what you want to do while we jump scenes to the other plot. Randall or Marshall. What room? What action?
As we're running through, what I'm seeing is we're ending up in what seems to be a larger room that has different mold presses around, and we're still seeing larger vats of gold, which we realize this is actually the room where they end up pressing the masks for all the Mirai drones.
Yeah,
so,
this is the foundry for sure. Yeah, I love that.
Which is going through, so it's all pressing, it's all just horrible steam. You're seeing figures in the distance there, but you're also seeing bits of screams too, just because as you're going through, you do hear that, like, you do see a little bit of figures that are strapped to the tables. Apparently, they're imprinting something on these, that it's not a full Destiny core transfer. It just seems like a little bit of one at a time that's somehow going into these masks, that they're imbuing them slightly.
Jesus Christ. How horrifying. What do you or Randall do to respond to this situation or ignore it?
I'm looking at him. We're not ignoring this. Oh.
Time to jam up the works. I am going to, using my extending fist, start, like, basically ripping those Destiny Core dispensers out of the thing.
Yeah. Give me strength for that. And Marshall, since this one seems pretty cut and dry, what would you like to do as well? And then I'll jump back to Angelo.
For each of the presses, actually, each of the people, I guess the Steel Fate workers who are here doing this instead and seem more, I guess, indoctrinated, leveling the cosmic filament howitzer to capture them and reel them on back.
Do you have shooting?
I do.
Give me shooting.
Can do. All right.
And I got a 6 to chain fist sabotage.
So you just like Fist of the North Star punch your way through all of this molten metal. Like you get a little gilded, just like rip it apart. Some of the actual Steel Fate members like try to like jump on you, but then they realize covered in molten metal, want no part of that. A lot of them run. Some of them get clobbered. Marshall, how'd you do?
Got an 8 on that.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, well, we're good. That said, I still want to get what Angelo wants to do. You reel in the ones that run away, and you sort of like hoist them up in this spectral filament net and just sort of leave them there. We'll see what happens after that. We'll see. You both rush into the next few areas and just blow your way through it. Angelo, what do you do after Luke operate heavy machineries his way through some of these problems?
Some of the Mirai drones and such.
Of most of them. But like, if there's a thing that you need to be here for your action, like, let me know, and we'll see if we can make it work.
Okay, I'm just thinking I am going to like Shockmaster my way through some of the walls in here.
Can you do that?
I mean, they're like plywood, like just sheetrock with like bare framing. So
just what every wall was made of.
Just say Kool-Aid Man then.
Yeah.
Shockmaster is like running through it and then falling over.
Yeah, that's true.
And your mask falling off. Like,
I was ready to like pants you.
Yeah.
I watched the thing about
a little cooler, like
So you Kool-Aid Man your way through. So you're just barreling.
He's just
I'm barreling through with my axe, taking swipes at drones as I go.
Let's call this another just brute force check. Let's call it strength. I know that's not raw, but like let's do it.
Ooh, I get a +1 to my strength.
You know what else is raw?
Ross.
Raw footage that we're taking home with us.
You pig.
8.
8, so that's 2 successes.
Actually, no, I needed a D8. I haven't rolled yet. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
That's a 7. So
okay, with the +1.
Yes, because it's yes.
Okay, okay. So that brings us to 14 successes, I believe. 14 successes out of 12. So you thoroughly clobber it. And you just break through all the plywood and like the cheap paper sets and the green screens and all that. I wouldn't know what green screens are like. This is just where I live. And you burst through to the next chamber. And so, standing before Randall and Marshall is a figure. Marshall, what did you say the motif, or actually I'll say Aaron, what did you say the motif for Sabento was?
It looked like more of a full. It's still a human figure, but with very. But it looks like honestly that it had been compressed almost into cubic form. So that's. But all of this had different. It looked like underneath it, it was having. A butler's uniform too, except at the very bottom you see where the driver, the prophecy driver is, and there's the hole is still in his chest, basically just like a chasm. It looks like it should have light coming out of it or passing through. It just doesn't though.
So it's a Roblox hollow from Bleach, but
yeah.
Got it. And so the figure sort of turns and looks. In this chamber it is cast quite dark in here, despite the normal like gilded aesthetic of the rest of the facility. This chamber is not that way. In fact, there is no sound that carries from the outside. Like once you pass through the threshold, that gentle quickly falls away and is just utterly dampened. Barely even your own footprints do you hear, or footfalls do you hear. And sort of cast in dark, shadowy corners of the room, you can see stacks of discarded destiny cores. Both of you see that they have been drained of their light. And sort of standing in the middle, tinkering with one in its hands, is this cubic wrongness of a monstrosity that was formerly a Terrian. Cemento doesn't even seem to acknowledge you as you all enter. What do you two do?
These all came from people.
Yeah, they did.
I'm getting his attention too. Hey,
Atarian.
Ah, yes. Master Marshall. I see you're right.
And the destiny core in his hands fades like a star blinking out in the night sky, and he tosses it with the other ones.
Another failure. So then, what brings you here, boy?
Well, particularly you, and trying to figure out what the hell happened. Although you seem to have turned into the Tin Man.
I see you've brought your truant friend. Hello, Randall. That's you, is it not?
Hey, butler boy. I used to think you worked for more than just money and prestige, but apparently I was wrong.
Oh, I assure you, this is volunteer work.
Volunteer work that doesn't actually benefit people out there on the streets isn't really worth that much.
Oh, your eyes have yet to see the future that Halation Facade has prepared for us.
We don't need prepared futures. We're here to make them ourselves.
How quaint. So that means that your future is pre-written and you see no option but to strike out at me. Is that not the case?
Do we look like Calvinists to you?
I get that.
You were paying attention in your studies. I would be proud of you. If that were an emotion I could still feel, Master Marshall.
Well, maybe we just need to give you a couple of kicks to the tin can and you'll wake up what used to be human.
So where's your core? If we give it back to you, we could probably let you have your life back.
Wouldn't that be the $1 million question, Master Marshall?
The camera cuts. Angelo and Luke.
Yo.
You enter into the control room of the Mirai drone manufacturing facility.
Ooh.
In that area, let me mute the Discord really quick, only because it keeps making noise. Oh shit! Noah's drawing. They look really good. And so, you all, well, not you all, you two enter. And when you enter, you come across a bunch of different Mirai drones. Like, I don't want to say bastardized, but some of them are clearly prototypes. Some of them are more advanced models. Some of them don't hover. They're like walking turrets or mortars or things like that. And sitting in the air without butt nor foot or back on anything floats a figure clad entirely in gold. It's brilliantly gilded with very large, like, Zone of the Enders-esque shoulder jets that appear to have segmented, like, cross patchworks in them. And surprisingly sleek, despite the fact that there is a clear heft and chunkiness to the armor itself. It's almost like a walking contradiction. It's quite difficult to parse in your head. And the figure sort of looks at you all when you enter, and she says,
So, you are the ones that Steel Facade said would come, are you not?
Yeah, I suppose so.
There's
not a party I won't crash.
That is adorable. So then, which future are we walking down? Is it a future where you have come to your senses and choose to join us? Or is it a future where you die?
I prefer option C, and I bring my axe up and I flip it up in the air, then catch it again, pointing at her.
and with like the clank, 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 like gentle clanking of the golden exosuit, she looks at you and goes,
I see. So then, it will be the latter. But perhaps I can offer you a different deal. You are... Which one are you?
and she sort of like scratches at her head, and they scuff up the gold. And for a moment, you can see like pieces of the suit chip away and fall apart, and red hair falls out before the suit like reforms around it.
Which one of you is the musician? The one who crashes all of the shows or the parties. Musician, tell me. Perhaps we can reach an accord. What exactly is it that you are after?
Well, I'm all about the aesthetic, of course.
And
I'm not a sellout.
as you can see, Situ Novio is all about the aesthetic.
Sorry. This is the definition of a sellout. You're not doing music for the people. You're doing it to manipulate the people.
Oh, no. Oh, Sherry. No. You see, I want to cut a deal with you. And of course, stuntman, you are more than welcome to hear the deal out as well. I want to kill Halcyon. Facade. Is this a reality in which you have figured out that Halcyon is Halation Facade yet? Or is this one of the futures where I tell you that?
Well, I mean, it seemed, hindsight, it seemed kind of obvious, but I mean, like, the billionaire, yeah.
It does not do a very good job of hiding it, no?
Yeah. I mean, who else could have the resources to be the crazy villain with all the gadgets and stuff? Yeah.
Right. So, obviously, he has attempted to foresee all of the possibilities in which I will betray him, because I am like this because of that filthy credit-stealing dog.
Mm-hmm.
But, as one of the early prototypes, I'm something of a blind spot. And as variables created by Visor Fighter Profit, you are also outside of the absolute purveyance of his foresight, courtesy of Ice. I can offer you whatever you want. When we kill Halcyon, then perhaps we can get you an underground venue exactly to your specifications. Not at all sold out, unless you want it to be.
What do you
You can live in simply not to die. Because there are a great many possible futures in which I also die. There are a great many possible futures in which you kill me and the facility explodes and you die. I simply wish to avoid that bloodshed. What say you, stuntman? Are you tired of playing second fiddle? You're a beautiful individual. You understand the appeal of beauty. Perhaps it's time for you to be the leading man, no?
If I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it on my own merits, not because I sold my soul to the gilded devil.
You will do it on your own merits. I am simply offering to put you in a timeline where that is going to happen. There are a great many timelines, Angelo. You know how many of them you die in the gutter.
think it over.
Meanwhile, Marshall and Randall, what do you two do?
Okay, so I got to think that maybe that core on his belt is actually something. If we can get it away from him,
It's
then
definitely something.
we might be able to do that.
It's a thing.
It
Okay.
exists.
Sounds like a plan.
Are you two looking to engage in a combat?
I'm deferring to Marshall on this one since it's his. It's essentially his family. You don't step on somebody else's family without starting shit.
So, Atarian, at this point, you have two options. You can either come back home right now and work with me on, fixing whatever this is, or Mom's not going to give you your severance pay. Just that's all I can say. I don't know. I can't shit talk. Don't you nod.
Severance pay. Well, Marshall, I must say, the folly of your youth is ever apparent. You don't really understand what motivates my heart yet. I see you eyeing the belt, Marshall.
Yeah, see, like you copied mine.
Isn't that quite cute? You see, the problem here, Marshall, is that it's not what you're looking for.
So what am I looking for?
Well, there are certain things that remove probability. You'll never join Facade. Not like your friends who potentially might, who are being talked to by Citynville right now. But you'll always try and save me. The grim reality is that Facade has my true core. You'll have to strike me down here, boy. Or I strike you down. Or you walk away. But you never do. Truant, what about you? You seem uncharacteristically quiet for a chatterbox.
I never liked you, but I always did kind of like you.
The feeling is surprisingly mutual even now. Can you talk some sense into the boy?
Not my job. I'm just here to make sure he gets home okay, since nobody else seems to care about that at the moment.
I think you're also underestimating one thing in particular, Atarian. So just looking at him.
Please. Sabento.
It's like the unpredictable. Fine, servant.
And then you can say the thing that you wanted to say. Like, that way... No, I'm sorry I jumped on you, but... That was edited in a reshoot. And so now you get the thing.
Sorry. Okay, you're right.
No, you're good. So what do you say?
Despite the fact that you've been here most of my life, you have no idea. That's like how to predict. That's how to predict for the random. That's like unpredictable movements or stupid ideas of a teenager.
So what's your bad idea?
And yeah, I'm just launching. I switch the suit over to the back over. Oh no, I'm still in my transcendence. So I just hit the wings, soar completely out, and flying straight for him.
Okay, so that'll definitely be the start of a combat then.
Yep.
We'll see how that shakes out. I will deal it out to Randall and to Marshall and to the wild card. Okay, a very interesting turn of events. Meanwhile, if you want to pre-roll, because you are going to be first, Marshall, you have an Ace of Hearts. It will go the villain and then you, Thad. So if you want to think about what you want to do afterwards. Also, in Savage Worlds, just so you know, Aaron, there's things called wild attacks, which give you bonuses on attack and damage rolls in exchange for being easier to hit. And there's like called shots and things like that. So like if you're looking to target something in particular to get a special benefit for doing that. Like, there's penalties, but you can do that, okay?
Okay. And I'll ask, because I asked this the last time, the first strike ability, does that come into play this time around, or?
That would be when he enters your terrain. So you know what? I'm going to say that he charges you as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and just roll 2 attacks for me. That
Gotcha.
seems more than fair.
All right.
I don't want to your edge selection. So roll those, and then I'm going to jump over to the foreman, Luke and Angelo.
So have you thought it over?
Don't I have something? What's the skill to like figure out if people are bullshitting you or not?
Notice is perception plus insight. Like it's all in one.
Okay, well then I will roll that to see if she is doing the trap thing or not.
Yeah. You roll, she's telling the truth. She wants to kill Brad Halcyon. Like,
okay.
110%.
So she just wants to survive. She doesn't want to like online she doesn't want to like take over or do something worse than him.
That you don't know.
Okay.
So that I will give you a notice check for, to like sort of parse out like just how much of it you can
okay
figure out based on the inflection.
Okay. 10 actually.
Oh shit. I mean, yeah, she's a bad customer. Like she wants to kill Brad Halcyon, but you get a feeling that based on some of like the glitches in the armor and like how it falls apart and then comes back together, it's probably like some sort of curse, maybe. Like that apparently there were a lot of growing pains with the original Destiny Cores and Prophecy drivers. And definitely she is not fully stable. Like she would probably be bad for the city at large.
Okay.
So it's ally of convenience for now, and then a double cross at the end, or just tie it up neat and tidy right now, really, like, or whatever else you can think of.
Yeah, I'll kind of look at Angelo and like, kind of like, I don't know how much I can do that on my
helmet.
Yeah. So the siren head like tips to the side and shrugs.
Okay. So.
Wait, is she alone or with drones? I didn't.
There are drones in here for sure. Like there are grunts.
Yeah. And just as a rules question, are drones vulnerable to that shaking in their boots thing as well?
Oh yeah. Everybody except for the person who does it is. So
okay,
that will freeze everyone but you.
Noah, can I just do that then?
I wanted to taunt first.
Okay, all right.
So
yeah, you look at her.
Yeah, I look at her, and I go, looks like you're having some issues of your own. And I feel like you're the perfect test to see if we could take on Halcyon. Why don't you bring it on there, redhead?
All right. So I don't know if you knew that you were stepping on a landmine, but you stepped on one of her major vulnerabilities, and that is that she was like the first test subject, and that is why she is like this. So you have a +4 on this roll for hitting her vulnerability. So give me your taunt. It's opposed by her smarts, I believe, which is very good, but you have +4 on this.
+4 plus. Oh.
Okay, I did pretty fucking good.
I lost the die. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Here it is. Also, I since I have provoke.
Oh fuck! Yeah, you can get a free reroll if you want. Fuck.
They also get a -2.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait. I think that's
need to. Like, you're just gonna like.
You'll take care of the drones.
Yeah.
It's if I get a raise on this roll, which might be likely, I get they take out -2.
Okay.
All right, let's see. That is a 5 and a 3. I am going to spend a Benny to re-roll that.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Oh, I get a Benny because you spent a Benny.
That's true.
Thank you,
Also
chat.
a 5. I'm going to spend another penny if I can.
I don't get that one, but yeah, okay, sure, yeah, go for it. Now remember,
let me use
that 5 is a 9. You know that, right?
Oh, shit, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm taking the 1 courtesy of tax season, but I'm not going to let you spend another one. You have a 9, which is good because I had an 8. So, ooh. And so she starts to like,
oh shit, I also have Humiliate. That gives me a free reroll. Oh well. I'll remember that for next time.
Give yourself your Benny back, but I'm taking the tax one. Like you didn't spend it, but I'm getting a Benny. How's that sound?
Okay, that works. I'm fine with that.
And so she
sort of gotten the one that Ross spent earlier to recharge his whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I got then. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I got one. That's all that matters. I just remembered it. And so like she sort of like there's like a, and the head turns like 90-degree angles to the side. The missile pods, as you realize they are missile pods on those shoulder-mounted like giant wing jetpacks, like very Farah, begin to like open and close and clatter and hiss and steam, and like parts of the suit begin to like peel off as she flies up into the air and like stops sitting and kind of goes like almost like ragdoll puppet in the air with that 90-degree head and goes,
"Oh, I see them. So this is the point where you will die then."
And Luke, I assume that is the point you want to shake in their boots.
Yeah, it's just full air raid siren, Silent Hill level. I do tell Angel, cover your ears. But it doesn't really matter.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
Don't listen, Marion. Don't listen.
As basically all the walls start rusting, and it is very much a transformation of Silent Hill level creepiness. The temperature drops. The static bursts on over.
We're in a different room.
Number stations start playing nursery rhyme. You can feel, it's not good to be in there.
Like that, your speakers go full on, like spooky season. You know what? This wasn't a mechanic before, but now I'm going to introduce it because I like shit like this, and I'm a nerd. You have shifted the projected territory away from her projected territory, which is this very gold and black, like gaudy nouveau aesthetic, and you have turned it into this graded Silent Hill nightmare. And so like there's like a clear like clash where they begin to overlap, and like the metal twists and everything like that.
Nothing gold can stay, sucker.
And you have generated your own like probability terrain that counters hers. No mechanical thing. I just like the idea of introducing more and more complex things to this world, like Marshall did with Sabento.
Hey, all that glitters rusts.
It's gold, you stupid bitch.
And the gold does rust, though, which is kind of the horrifying thing. Angelo, you just like drop to your knees, shaken. The gold on some of the drones begins to rust, and just the sheer vibrations causes them to like tip and overturn.
No. Angelo should grab
shaken.
his face because he'd be suddenly afraid that he's degrading too.
Yeah.
Very Orange Man in RoboCop, and so I'll just deal that one in. Angelo, do you have quick? Did you say someone has quick?
Do.
I
right.
totally do. Oh, I guess he does.
So,
too.
the good news is I didn't deal you beneath quick, which is great for me. Luke, and then I will deal the other one. I'm going to spend a Benny for her. I'm not feeling this card. That's much better. And then the extras.
Normally rust, I don't think. So that's really fucked
up.
up.
No, it absolutely cannot. It's super fucked up.
Yeah.
And so Missile Goldar is going to go. Top of the initiative is Situ Niveau. She has the King of Spades, which is higher than any of your cards. And so my first roll is obviously going to be a spirit to get out of being shaken, as just like the gold on her suit rusts and falls away, and you can see almost like an Evangelion like plug suit underneath it. But then as it rusts, it just as quickly like re-gilds itself. She rolls spirit to get out.
Is there any way I can spend a Benny to go before her? I don't know if that was possible.
So you can spend a Benny to redraw your initiative card. Would you like to do that?
Like a king?
She has the king of spades. The only thing that can beat her is an ace or a joker. Like she got super high.
All right, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah.
So the good news is that she passed. The good news is that I'm going to attack all of you now. The missiles begin to, like, from those shoulder-mounted missile pods, they begin to...
So that's just a free action to break shaken?
So at the beginning of your turn, you get to make a spirit check to get out of being shaken. If you pass, you just get your full turn.
Okay.
Yeah, like, it shook out bad for you because I spent the Benny and got the king. So I do apologize for that, but on the plus side, all of the minions are super fucking vulnerable to a sweep, and you are definitely going before the minions. Both of you are, actually.
Okay.
And so I am going to. I have 2 gun kid, so I'm going to attack both of you with 2 cluster missile pods. So I'm going to make 2 shooting checks, and my shooting is. Oh, no, I use electronics, not shooting. Excuse me. This is a special build. Damn it. So that's going to be a hit with a raise versus Noah versus Angelo. And... oh, shit. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I got a critical failure. I can't re-roll that. So,
I think Ross has given her fear.
Shit. Okay, so here's what's going to happen then. The missile pod that targets Angelo, I'm going to roll the damage for as it begins to fire off at you in rapid succession. So that's 3d4 and a d6 of damage versus Angelo. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 damage versus Angelo's toughness. I have... armor piercing of 2. So how bad is that? Because you have definitely more than 2 armor. So that's 15 damage versus Angelo's toughness. What's that looking like?
My toughness base is 6. Plus
even
whatever.
Transformed?
Oh, plus 4.
So that's
right?
10. That's 10.
Yes,
so
that's
going to be a hit with a raise against Angelo. Would you like to soak the damage, or would you like to be shaken with 1 wound?
Well, I'm already shaken, right?
Oh, no! Would you like to take 2 wounds, or would you to soak?
I will soak.
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
And that's Vigor?
Yes.
All right.
No penalty yet because you haven't suffered any wounds. So
is that's with yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's with the wild die. 100% that's with the wild die.
So a 5.
So the good news is it's only 1 wound, as those micro missiles, they strike you like screaming demons, and like the horrifying thing is the speakers on Luke begin to like replicate the sound of these missiles, but like all distorted and garbled, and they and blast you way across this room, and you like roll and hit the ground as Cito Nouveau sort of begins to fire the other one. As the missiles begin to launch, the hatches are partially opened before all of the hinges rust all the way down, and they explode. I'm going to say that she is vulnerable and shaken from that critical failure as she sort of smashes into the wall just from the sheer concussive force of that. Yes, Angelo?
How often can we change forms?
So once per round as a free action, you can untransform, and then it's an action to retransform. Okay. You get 1 free transformation interaction per round.
Okay.
So you would suffer a multi-action penalty if you did anything else, basically.
Okay. Or
you can spend a turn untransformed, which grants bonus damage against you. Okay. So I have cards everywhere now, so I'm just gonna go across the board, and we're just going to see how this one shakes out. Next on the initiative is going to be Sabento. And Marshall, how was that attack roll? Because you got the free attack at the beginning of it.
Yeah, so I rolled 2 attacks. Like you said, the first one was 3, but the second one was 8.
Oh, damn. So with an 8, we are going to say, yes, that is a hit with an 8. So please give me your damage.
Okay. The damage on that, since I was using the Pythian Cutter, so fully excited. That was that's strength plus D4.
Yeah.
And let's and it does have halting on it too. So if he's trying to,
so that's going to slow my pace down, which is bad for me because my pace is already very small.
Yeah, and it also had rapid times too. So I'm sorry, I didn't. It's the first time I was playing with these. So
rapid. I think rapid only applies to ranged weapons.
Is it? Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can take that off at some point.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they're right. So
we'll swap that one out for you. But is this the one where you have a gun and a sword at the same time? Are you the one who did that?
No. This was no.
We'll switch rapid off for something something beneficial.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We'll do it right now. Do you want to have +1 on fighting rolls or +1 on damage rolls?
+1 on damage.
Okay, so go ahead and do that then.
Okay, so with my strength, and do I roll my strength on that too, or is it just adding in the?
You roll your strength die and the weapon's damage die, and +1 damage.
+1 damage. Okay, so I roll that. Let me roll my strength. Holy shit!
Fuck.
So that's gonna be 9 damage.
Don't get ahead of yourself. That's not that much damage.
It's better than I normally roll. Come on.
9 damage is enough to shake him, though, as you sort of cut across the chest with that scissor blade, and it sort of shoots those, like, unlike the regular sparks of a Toku villain, these are like dark purple sparks that are sort of like after effects to have like more shadowy effects to them.
Spending money in the effects budget.
I mean, look, this is the mid-season finale. Like, we need to make sure we drop the budget here. Like, come on.
Going in the trailer, boys.
Yeah,
this is before we get the new toy commercials out. Come on.
we have to
Why
sell
we got all these
Sabento
new
toys.
forms?
We just did a 3-episode Sabento arc. We need to sell these fucking toys.
We gotta tease the summer movie.
We have a gotcha budget.
And so you cut across, and Sabento sort of turns and looks at you, shaking, sort of like clutching that like oozing shadow section. Goes,
well, I must say, rather impressed. Let's see if you can keep that up, Master Marshall.
And next on the initiative is going to be the 9 of hearts, which is Angelo.
Hey.
we cut to the other room. What do you
This
do?
is an intense action scene.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I hope you guys don't mind combat. Like,
what?
No, it's just
Combat
I like the
in a
fact that it's jumping
game
between
based on
themes.
this
in
genre
a combat
that
simulator? What?
this genre that I definitely know really well, and
I mean, are you at least enjoying yourself, Ross?
I am. My apartment's a Taco Bell.
We
How
can
I
help
not?
you, Ross. Join us.
That's a hell of a phrase.
Join us.
I choked on my water.
Somebody clipped.
Oh no, he squirted in his cup.
You're banned. You're never on the show again. Tomorrow's canceled. Fuck you. Fuck this. Angelo, what do you do?
I'm just gonna go whole hog.
Whole hog. Oh, you're shaken, by the way, at the beginning of it.
Fuck. That's what.
Wait, he makes that free spirit roll.
Yeah.
Yes, so you do get the spirit roll. Do you have the edge that allows you to ignore wounds, or was that Randall? I think that's Randall. Yeah.
That's Randall.
Okay, so -1 on the roll. If you fail it, you can still spend a Benny after the roll to just automatically become unshaken.
Fuck. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, that's a failure, Beach. Would you like to spend a Benny?
I'll spend my Benny.
Okay. So, what would Angelo like to do as Situ Neveu is sort of reeling from that explosion? She is full of vulnerabilities. Like, in stuntman training, they taught you where to punch real good, and she's covered in vulnerabilities.
Okay.
What stunt people are martial artists?
What's the... Yeah, I'm gonna frenzy.
Oh, no. Okay. Shit. So you roll an extra fighting die, and okay. Tell me how all the dice turn out, because 2 of them can hit.
Second,
You
what's
get up.
What's a wild attack again?
+2 to the attack roll, +2 to the damage roll, but all of my attacks against you until your next turn have +2.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll live with it. Okay. Well, that's a 4, a 6, and a 5.
With a wild attack, that's going to be +2 to the attacks, but it's only +1 because you have a wound. So her parry's dog shit. So those are all hits.
Okay.
You're not supposed to get close to her. She's not supposed to roll critical failures and explode. She's supposed to fly up where you can't hit her.
So
well,
that means
everything corrodes.
You're in Silent Hill.
So 2 of my attacks hit then.
2 of your attacks hit, so please roll damage twice.
She brought a missile launcher to a Silent Hill fight. That's a problem there.
I mean, you have to bring like the cutie heart-shaped ray gun that the aliens give you to really do the damage.
Also, Noah actually controls Silent Hill because he's the dog at the control room. You know,
That's true. She's not
So
wielding the most powerful weapon in Silent Hill, which is undeniable guilt. Sorry.
Aw.
So you roll damage twice. Both of them have a +2.
Okay, so it's strength plus D8 both times then.
Oh no! Strength plus D8 +2. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is fine. It's fine.
Damage doesn't explode, right?
It very much does. Uh-oh.
So that's a 3 and a 4 right now. And then I need to write this down so I can keep track.
Oh no.
And then they both rolled a 5, so that is 11 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Does your weapon have armor piercing?
It's a regular battle axe. That's strength plus D8. That's all I got.
Okay, you didn't buy any modifiers that gave armor piercing, though, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. Yeah, so that's 1 wound because I'm already shaken.
That's 25 plus 7.
What? Yeah, you don't add the damage roll. The 2 attacks resolve separately, yes?
As far as I understand.
Let me make sure. I'm sorry.
They 100% do. You don't add them together. But the first one is 1 wound. What was the second damage roll, did you just say to me?
Okay, so I got a 4, a 3, and then I rolled an 8 and a 6 on my 8 and my 6.
Okay, so that's 14 plus 2 right there. So that's 15. Okay.
So it's let's do this. One attack will do 15, and the other attack will do 17.
Okay, then.
Cool.
Big numbers.
Let me do a little math real quick. So I have 15, so that's... Oh, no, they're both hits with a raise. Oh, God. I have to soak. I'm soaking twice. Fuck you. Eat shit and die.
And then there's the +2 on both of those.
Okay, so that's... So one of them now does 3 wounds, and the other one does 2 wounds. So let's roll against the 3 wounds first. I spend a penny.
So he did 1 wound, 2 wound, and 3 wounds? Is that right?
He did 3 wounds. I'm sorry, 2 wounds and 4 wounds.
Okay. I thought he hit 3 times.
No, he only hit twice.
Okay.
Okay, so I reduce of the 3 or 4 wounds, whatever. She's dead. I reduce one of them, and so I'll spend another penny to roll. The floor is killing. Oh no!
Is that another crit failure?
What did you do, Kyle?
It sounds like another crit failure.
Did she just immolate?
Yeah, she squirts her blood.
Angelo just comes with that battle axe and just like blip, blip. Yeah, I critically failed.
Oh, this
Can I get some foot wine in the chat to make me feel better? I wish I fucking had that primed for me. I didn't think that far ahead. Foolish me.
F.
Foolish me, Noah. Yeah, so the boss fucking dies. I'll save us the trouble. She
Well, I
does.
got to do my cool thing, so it's fine.
So yeah, Angela, you know what? Just fucking describe to me how you brutalized my boss in one hit, and then I'll respond to that because yeah, fuck it.
One hit?
Every fucking stream.
The floor is not killing the boss in one hit.
Angelo, Noah, you have joined the prestigious hall of Catherine and Josh, who fucking brutalize every boss I create in a single round every time.
Okay, you're the one who chose to play and write in a system that has exploding dice.
Oh, I adore it. I live for this shit. My playtests never go right.
It's fantastic.
So
Yeah, mark off the
basically,
bingo card. Yeah.
I pick myself up and I just like storm directly after her as she slams into the wall from the explosion. And I just pick up the axe and just go whole hog, breaking off all of the armor and mechanical bits until it's just down to the plug suit.
Like a
And
can
it's
opener.
still constantly regenerating. I need to stress that. And so she sort of looks up at you and says,
So then I suppose you don't want to make a deal?
I'll have your people talk to my people.
and so big explosion.
Yes, Noah.
Bad news, though, Noah. Bad news, Noah.
I was right there.
Was she a load-bearing boss?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Deadman switch activated. Deadman switch activated. Evacuate the facility. Detonation in T-minus 60 seconds.
And so we'll jump over to fuck it. Dad, it's your turn. Randall, what's up? do you want to join the prestigious hall?
Yeah, kill Aaron's butler in one hit. Fucking decapitate him Highlander style. Oh, is this your surrogate dad? Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, kill your surrogate dad.
Chat wants blood. Chat's cheering for blood. They want you to kill.
Well, I'm not here to kill. I'm here to save. So what Randall is actually doing is standing back and watching for an opportune moment to act, because this is not his fight.
Okay, so Marshall and Sabento, they sort of are moving, and you see opportunities to attack. So what I'm asking you is, like, with your action, would you like to like do a test? So there are multiple things you can do in combat that aren't just violence.
Actually, can I support? Can I support?
Yes,
Marshall.
Absolutely, you can support Marshall. How
Excellent.
would you like to support Marshall? What skill are you using?
Let's see. I am going to use.
And then Ross, you're on deck.
I'm going to use athletics to attempt to essentially draw the Sabato. Is that his name? Sabento, to essentially draw his attention away from whatever Aaron is doing for the moment. So I'll be sort of running up and like, you know, seeming like I'm gonna jump in, and then like rolling and switching positions and sort of fainting.
Yeah, do it. Great. I'm happy with this.
That's what I'm gonna do to support, and also because I have. What is it? Reliable.
You get a free reroll.
Yeah.
So let's do the Manifesto Shuffle.
Did we already use the Angry Mob card?
I'm going to let the Angry Mob carry over. You can use it in this fight if you don't want to blow up. But at this point, fuck it. I'm ready for the Angry Mob to storm the final fight. Like, I'm ready for it.
Okay.
No, look. The people are not to be abused whenever you want. You call in the help of the people when you need it.
I was just going to say, we could use them to help ourselves get out of there, because we're on a timer.
That's true. I will allow that if that becomes the case. Also, I need to stress that, like, Randall, as you go to do this stuff as you're rolling, you do hear that same message.
T-minus 60 seconds to self-detonation.
7 to setting him up for whatever
so that's,
Marshall's doing.
Yeah.
Would you like to use your free reroll? Because that's only a +1.
Ooh, that's fair.
You can use whichever one's better. Like, I'm not gonna...
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm not gonna bully you for it, you know?
Nah, it's gonna be the 7.
Okay. So, Marshall, on your next roll, you have a +1. Luke, sort of not really in a combat, but all of those Mirai drones do still have an initiative. Do you want to escape the exploding building while being shot at, or do you want to deal with this issue? Like, what's your play here, Luke?
The angry mob, are they going to be able to make it out? Or am I going to need to...
They will make it out because explicitly you freed them from their golden chains.
Okay. In that case, I will... Is there a way to spit... Like, what's the multi-action penalty?
So for each additional action, all of your actions suffer a -2 penalty. You can take 3 actions in a round for a total of -6 to all 3.
Okay.
It's high risk, high reward, basically.
Yeah.
There are times, but I very rarely see people do it.
Okay.
I do it all the fucking time because I'm a dipshit. But
all right. Well, fuck it. I want to show off my new form, my third transformation. So I
Luke, courtesy of Tony Glock, you have a +1 on whatever you're about to do.
Oh, great. So I transform into my solo jazz armor, which is, I imagine it's basically Kamen Rider, but with a solo jazz cut pattern on it.
We don't know
clouds. It's a cool armor. But I have a guitar axe, which is also a rifle, and it has, yeah. So it's
not a guitar.
It's a guitar axe rifle thing.
I mean, I did approve it. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Yeah, with blast times 2, medium AOE, so I can and armor piercing. So I just blow up all of the drones.
Okay, so give me a shooting roll at -2 because
yeah. But what is the bonus on that?
The bonus from Tony Glock is a +1, so you're only at a -1 penalty, which is really good. I'm gonna
spend a Benny to reroll.
Okay, please do.
And I get to reroll.
Oh no!
I rolled an 8. So that is 13 minus 1, 12.
So that's a hit with a raise. Yeah. So you roll the. You said it's like a rifle, right?
Yeah. It's basically a guitar that I just.
Okay. So that's 2d8 damage, and because you succeeded with a raise, that's an additional d6 of damage. So 2d8, 1d6 damage. All of them can explode, and they all get added together.
Okay.
I hate it.
That is 10 damage.
Oh, really? Only 10 damage?
Yeah, I rolled a 3, 2, and a 5. So.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe shit. I guess I'll. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, it's AOE though, so it hits all of them.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just checking the. Oh fuck! All right, yeah, shit. So how does the beam of this smooth jazz weapon manifest? Like, what are we talking?
Kenny G.
It's holographic dolphin.
Okay, yeah.
Holographic dolphins and palm trees.
Echo jams.
And then the dolphin just explodes. Good job. That's actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And so all of the Mirai drones just detonate. And boy howdy, if you didn't have this place ready to blow up before, it's ready to blow up right fucking now. Hey, Angelo. The room that you defeated Niveau in, there is a computer console in here. And it's already logged in, but you only have 55 seconds to get out of here before you die.
How long does the transformation take?
Free action, so.
Okay. I want to swap over to my high wind armor.
Okay.
It's the first time it's going to appear in this episode or in the series.
Okay.
But it gives me like really long leaps, so I can just gazelle my ass out of there. Okay.
So
I'm gonna go look at the
download. Yeah, stuff from the computer.
100-foot vertical leap.
Yes, I'm going to go hop over to the computer, look at it real quick. What is it?
Okay.
What is it?
There's a lot of documents on here. You're not really sure like what it is, but the nice thing is that it has floppy, it has Betamax, and it has fucking Prophecy Driver. It has all of those inputs. No USB though.
Would I have to slap in my own prophecy driver?
Do you have another one on hand?
Well, okay, I'm just making sure.
No,
I was sure if there's one like laying around, you know.
It would have to be yours, unfortunately. You did just blow up the only other person with one.
Okay, I will grab it then. I'll put in my prophecy driver.
Cool. Give me a vigor check, please.
Check it for malware.
Actually, no, excuse me. This is a smarts check. Pardonnez-moi. It is a smarts check.
That's much better, actually.
What? No! I was wrong. It's the other one.
Well, I'm going to spend my last penny.
Fuck you.
Ooh.
I exploded. 9. Cool. Yeah, you are like overcome once again by those like fucking prophetic visions of the future, and oh my god, there were a lot of ways this could have turned out. And the interesting thing is, you see a lot of futures as you sort of download all of this data. They begin to go dark, like Angelo on the cover of Vime magazine as the most. Everything is a V now because of no, Z. Excuse me, Zine magazine. Oh shit, that's actually a thing though. Like, you don't get your Academy Award. A lot of those great outcomes are just gone now.
Well,
a lot of them just have you living like a modest life or dead.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah, 50-50 shot, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, because this encounter is fucking over, Marshall and Randall.
Well, 55 seconds until core detonation.
Initiatives for both of you. Let's go to Aaron. That's a bad card. That's a bad card. That's a good card. That's a good card. Okay. So, would either of you like to spend a Benny to draw another card? Because,
yes.
Okay. So I will.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's way better. And Randall, you said yes?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Marshall, you have the Ace of Spades. You have the Dinosaur card.
I don't feel your
to
greed. The only card I need is the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades.
So you get to act on the Sumika card. What do you want to do,
also,
Marshall?
he had support from me.
So you have a +1 on this roll. What would you like to do?
What I would really like to do is
Probably going to have to hurry, Master Marshall, or we're all going to die.
I think it's time for you to be the one to drag him home by his collar, kid. Let's get this done.
Fine by me, and I actually want to take the cutter and come down on it directly on the Destiny core that's in there powering it.
So let's call this a called shot.
Yeah, I was going to do a called shot on it.
Do you want to make it a wild attack? Oh shit! Yeah, hey, it's Sumika. Do you want to make it a wild attack?
And refresh my memory on that too.
Plus 2 to attack and damage, but +2 to my attacks against you. And I'm next.
Yes, I am going to do that because this is a one-shot. If you get it, then, hopefully he's out and we can drag him away.
So, courtesy of Randall's assist roll, support roll, and your wild attack, your penalty for attacking this very small thing is only a -1.
Okay. Let's do that. And I didn't do the last time. Can I actually utilize the two-fisted in this case?
Yeah, you can make 2 attacks at no penalty. Absolutely.
Okay. Yep. So I'm definitely going to go ahead.
Both of them are at -1. Yeah, go for it.
On the power of heat memory to give you exploding results.
Oh, thank you. Unfortunately, my Cyclone Gaia memory is in the other room, so I'll do that later.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, yeah, for sure.
Maximum drive, Aaron.
What you got, Aaron? How's the first attack looking?
All right. That is, and you get a +2 on that, correct? Or just +1, right?
On your attack roll, you have a -1.
A -1. Okay, so that's just a 1, unfortunately. So, but
that's bad. That's not a hit at all.
But it wasn't a critical failure.
No,
can I Benny?
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah. Last Benny, come on.
Oh, no.
All right, that did a
chat wants to give him more bennies.
Now you're getting it, Ross.
But we got
the face.
That's good.
How was that reroll, Marshall? How'd it treat you?
Well, it's about to do because I got a 6, so we're rolling that 6. Hello, another 6. 6. 6. 12. 15 on that one.
This is fun. All right, so that's a hit with a raise on that attack. So let's just do the damage first. Why not? Yeah. Nothing could go wrong. You have an extra D6 of damage and plus 6 damage. Congratulations.
Oh my god.
It fucking worked too. Hey, Gontis.
Thank you, Gontis. Everyone gets a chip. Everyone has a Benny. No.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said holy shit to your die roll. I was about to fucking shit my jeans.
Well, I'm on my weapon, so I'm rolling the 1d4 plus the
D4 plus your strength.
Strength, so what's your D4?
So your strength is a D4. Oh god. Oh honey, I'm so sorry.
And I'm rolling a 6.
And a 6 for your weapon,
and
then an extra D6 for your raise, plus 6 total. So let's see how this shakes out.
Yeah.
So chat really squirted some bennies for us.
Ross, you lose your Benny.
Can we use
Ross's Benny is stolen? Ross does not get a Benny. Ross gets to go to hell.
Can we use Benny's to re-roll the damage as well, or is that
Absolutely you can.
Okay. Yeah, that's not
really
looking
double
great,
down
so
on this.
Yeah, let's try this again.
Your own. Okay. Please roll. Please continue. Lost Carol has redeemed an injury. I'm going to say it's specific to Luke. The next time in the campaign Luke takes damage, he takes the double injury.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. I just get fucking squirted into a fine mist.
How's the damage, Marshall?
It's really moist.
12, and then you said that. That was 12, and we get a plus 6 on that on top of the D6.
So 18 total.
18
is what
total.
You're saying.
Yes.
Okay, give me the second attack roll, please.
Oh god, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh no. Okay.
6.
Great. Keep going. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine.
Oh, that one was only just a 7. So
okay. 7 is still a hit. 7's still a hit. It's not a raise, but please roll your damage plus 6.
Don't feel bad, Aaron. Feel proud.
I'm going to hell with this one.
4, 5, and do damage rolls explode too?
Yes! Stop asking me that! Stop fucking asking me that!
Ask him every time. Ask Kyle every time.
It was a 9 on my roll.
Okay.
Did you add the sum total together for all of your damage dice?
So 4, 5, 6. Oh no, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12. Sorry, that was 12.
Plus 6 is 18, so that's 2 18s. Fuck it. Fuck it. I got one Benny left, but I got time to do shit. And so you like Destiny Cutter, Destiny double slice across that core, and they.
Oh, well, fuck, that was actually a rather nice cut. All right, yeah, you got me there.
All right.
So here is the.
Oh, okay.
No, Randall, what were you about to ask? That could be prudent to what I'm about to say.
I was going to ask if there was a body that falls from the thing.
So the short answer is no. The long answer is there is a dark, misty apparition that seems to be quickly fading. Both of your prophecy drivers begin to glow.
Do you know what that means?
I'm just trying to grab a hold of it. So, like this mist, I literally try to grab where its hand is.
So, Marshall and Randall. Marshall, please give me a spirit check.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Probably. So.
Yeah, you just killed your surrogate dad.
Not like he doesn't have 3 more.
And now your surrogate dad's trying to possess you. That's even worse.
Oh, is that what he's trying to do?
Oh wait, no. my spirit went up because of the. Okay, this is better.
Yeah, it fucking better. Wait, no, it didn't. It didn't. We took the.
Oh, you're right. No, it didn't. All right.
Wait a minute. Would attempting to possess him count as a ranged attack? Because I could interpose myself in front of.
Yes. Sure. Yes.
No.
So Marshall fails. Marshall beefed all of his rolls. Randall, you can give me the spirit roll to try and overcome the possession as you dive in the way, shoving.
Very, very dramatic.
Yeah.
we're on some real Namek time with this countdown, by the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is that real Toku shit, Ross. I hope you can appreciate. Like, grab your snifting glass and really get the full body aroma of Tokusatsu.
We're talking 5-minute transformations, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, normally it wouldn't matter, but like, there's 55 seconds left. Wait, how many seconds is left? I listen for the alarm.
53 seconds until detonation.
Oh, okay, thanks, alarm. Thanks for that update. I appreciate it. You're doing a good job.
Don't even sweat, dude. It's all good.
Kyle,
I'm gonna miss you when you blow up because
there were some explosions.
Don't
and the
weep
total.
for me.
Okay, what's the fucking total?
And the total is 23.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Because if there's one thing that Randall Ames has, it's spirit.
It's spirit! It was me! Atarian, it was me! And you... That shadow spaghetti gets sucked all the way into your prophecy driver as your body begins to bristle with like that shadowous, penumbral purple electricity and mist before your armor platings begin to like rise up in that very cheap CGI and like clasp back down.
Ooh, this could be how my third form is revealed.
Yes, okay. Absolutely. We're going to tap into that in your next episode, but I adore that idea. We'll also say it gives you the joined archetype of framework.
Oh, nice. This is also thematically relevant because my one that I haven't used yet is the one that allows me to protect nearby allies. So that and my direct action weapon, like I always imagine as being like a very spiny, much larger version of my normal piston thing. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like meanwhile in the teleconference writers room, it's just like a quick like
are we sure that like it should be 60 seconds? Shouldn't it be like 5 minutes or something like that? Like, could anyone give any feedback to that?
No, 60 seconds. It's got to be 60 seconds.
I just
60 seconds in Toku time.
And I do like the idea of Randall getting the power of Sabento, but like we do need to make sure that everyone else gets a moderate power up, at least in the next few episodes before the finale. Like, do you think that's fair to say?
We don't have the budget for everybody.
Oh, Randall also completely embarrassed himself in his episode.
He did completely, and he needs this, but we will make up the money, producer Karsten, if we use these power-ups to make more product. Think about the audio play tie-ins. Think about the MP3 playing toys. Think about the merchandise, Mr. Karsten.
I know, but the sound squirters only go so far unless you actually put gotcha elements into it.
Okay, all right, you know what? That's fair. I will say this. I am going to put my feet down. We need to have that timer be at least a little longer. Like, all of the test groups, all of the focus groups are saying that it's too Dragon Ball Z. It's just not going to work.
And so it cuts very back quickly, too.
3 minutes remaining before imminent destruction.
And so with 3 minutes left, you all begin to rush your way out of the facility.
I can fly now.
Everybody give me an athletics check. With flying, we'll call that a +2.
Yeah, I'm line arrest.
Oh,
I also like the idea of making a setting rule where we could have like the writer's room as a way to do retcons of things like that.
That exploded.
Yes, I love
it. Did it? I'm gonna
write that down. I got a 12.
Oh fuck! You're like a missile. Could someone in the Discord please post in like brainstorming and at me to add a writer's room rule to the next Savage Tokusatsu book, as well as the interstitial episode rule?
I mean, I got to show off my third form by blowing up all those drones with my guitar axe.
It was tight as shit.
Yeah. You and I got some rad ass form reveals.
Yeah.
Randall, how was your athletics?
7.
Okay, Angelo, how was your athletics?
I rolled a 5, but I have 7 - 1, right? So that'd be a 4.
Yes, that's still a success. Marshall, how are you doing?
5.
So all of you are just like like running, except for Luke, who's already at the end. Luke, you like slide to a stop in front of that large elevator.
I'm in Japan, but I'm in the sky, and I'm a VHS tape, and I'm high.
and I'm very high. And when you land in front of that elevator, you see the workers there, and one of them, she looks at you and goes, I was really worried we wouldn't be able to hold this for much longer. Get on. Where are the others?
Oh, they're right there.
Oh, okay. Hey, yeah. Get on! It's about to explode!
They can't fly. I can fly.
Oh, and like another like guy looks and goes, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I'm kind of feeling the flight thing. Got a little bit of trauma with people who can fly though, so like you got to forgive me if I'm a little skittish. And that's when you all like get onto the elevator and they hit the switch and it begins to like go all the way up to the top floor.
Let me just play you some chill tunes. Yeah. I just play. Yeah. I play the theme. I play a remix of the theme song of the show.
Yeah, it's a fucking vaporwave remix. We do our own vaporwave remixes here.
Exactly.
And so, dude, I listened to that like every minute of writing this. I listened to like dude's entire discography while I was like going through all of the stuff and like figuring out how to like write it specifically to this version of it, like go off of what you did. It was a good pull for the song. And so you all like get up to the top, you throw that black and neon door open and you dive out and you barrel through that electric fence, and all of the workers sort of rush out after you before eventually you see like several Mirai drones like start to come out of different vents in the building before there's a loud explosion that destroys the Mirai drones. They will not be able to produce any more of these as it all goes up in smoke and flames. I'm going to let you pocket the Angry Mob card. You will have to remind me of that, but I am going to let you pocket it. Like, hold me to that. I will forget.
Oh, no, I noted it on my my notebook. So, workers of the world will unite.
Will unite. And so, you all, like, with these workers, do you choose to, like, collaborate with them? Because now there is, like, they know the truth. There is now a clear, like, rebellion in place if you choose to collaborate with them.
Oh yeah. One big union. All right.
Okay. So the Destiny Union forms, and it just you all scatter. Aris tries to find you, but you all slip through the blind spots in her programming and her observation before you return to that Taco Bell. And when you get there, HBO 1983 intro and Lidl are there, and they both look kind of fucked up, actually.
Oh
no!
You guys okay? You like health rolls? Or?
Yeah, no. I mean, if you want, that would be pretty tight.
I do know some basic like electronics repair. If you.
I mean, I also have flesh. I would hope that the flesh could be repaired first, perhaps.
Yeah. No, I got you.
And Lidl goes, "Oh, you missed it! We found the facility."
We found a facility.
Oh,
what facility did you find?
Well, I mean that. Hey, do you remember that squatting guy that you were telling me about that I dropped you off on, and that he was talking about? Like, oh, Cobred, what's up, dude? Like,
Tapkin?
Oh,
yeah. He was there.
Oh.
Did he turn into a tank again? Because he had a habit of that last time we...
It's more like a submarine tank, so yes. But yes, I super duper saw it. Terrifying, Luke. You were right.
Are you?
But he definitely did get away, but we definitely did get away. But, we did manage to ram their truck into the river, so I'd call that a win.
Good. Then they didn't track you back here? Okay. Well,
I mean, we like ditched the stuff. They seemed pretty interested in getting the stuff out of the water, and so the dude Vastelli just sort of like dove right in, and then we were like, "Let's get the fuck out of here!" And so we did.
All right.
Yeah.
Wild.
Contaminate the river.
Oh, we found out Halcyon, the bad guy.
What did it look like?
We know how. Oh,
wait, what?
Oh, Brad Halcyon. Okay, so that like does confirm our suspicions, then, right?
Yeah, he's the facade.
Oh, I knew it.
What?
Yeah.
Randall says, definitely not having known it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. There's so much explosion going on. I didn't remember to tell you guys. Angela and I found out because we talked to this lady and she tried to kill us, but then she said she wanted to betray her boss, which was Halcyon, which is the.
So is she your new friend then? And,
no, she's dead.
So I would say that like some of like the quote unquote like leadership, like the people that they looked to in the facility, came with you here to just sort of like get a grasp of like the situation and everything.
Yeah. Sort of help.
And so yeah, like the two people who had speaking roles, they are here. And so is that like her or
no?
Her? Like
we took care of the.
Yeah, no, we unchained the captive workers in the Steel Fate drone factory. It was pretty metal.
Dunk?
Yeah.
Tight. Yeah, cool. Hi, I'm Lidl. And she goes to like shake the other two's hand and they like emphatically shake. And that is kind of where this episode 6 or 7, whichever one it was, of Future Denied will come to an end. Thanks for playing. That was fucking wild.
Are we gonna do other episodes for the next before the do the episode thing again?
I am hoping to. Would you like to do that?
Well, yeah. I know my next episode should be a bottle episode of some kind. I'm just like fucking.
Ooh, yeah, I like that a lot. Actually,
we should all come up with some stupid gimmick for our episode.
Oh no, it needs to be it right before the finale. It has to be the clip show. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do the recap show. I'll do a bottle show. Thad and Noah could come up with some other gimmick for their show.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I love it. A crossover episode.
A tournament episode. A tournament.
Tournament arc.
The International Stuntman's Tournament and a crossover episode. Okay, so then Marshall, you'll be the clip show, I guess. But like, do like some Kill la Kill clip show shit where like there's other stuff that happens in the episode. Luke, you're going to do the bottle episode. Yeah. Randall, you're going to do a crossover episode with another show because we have to get that cross promotion. And Angelo, you were going to do the tournament arc. Okay.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And I
will also accept instead of a tournament arc or any of these, a beach episode. I will accept a beach episode.
Oh, that could do the beach episode. That could be the beach episode.
Somebody's demanding the hot springs episode.
Yeah.
I will roll hot springs and beach episode into the swimsuit episode, whichever one that ends up being is the one it is.
Horny episode.
The
horny
episode.
Yeah, my bottle episode is 100% going to be in the Taco Bell apartment.
It's going to be fucking coffee and cigarettes. Going to be shot in all black and white, and just like.
Oh my god.
So with that, we are going to call this episode of Future Denied closed. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all very much for playing. Goodbye. We love you. Actually, before we do that, everyone, if you want to say sort of where people can get at you, because that's a whole thing. Let's do the opposite of last time. Aaron, you go first.
Hey, if you want to, you can reach me at Twitter at Aaron Karsten. I also host Rarely Podcast Streaming for Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoons. We're just doing a lot of different gaming, so join us there. And also with over Ross, role-playing public radio.
Beautiful. What about you, Noah?
Hey, so you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Kamen Otaku. That's KAMENOTAKU. You can also check out my show, Thinking Too Hard About Anime, where me and my friend Aaron, not the one over whichever direction he's at. Different Aaron. We talk about an anime in depth, episode by episode, and it's not just like a recap, but we talk about all the stuff that we like about it, all the like the really neat like little details of some of like the history and stuff like that. We do episodes every other Thursday, so there'll be an episode out next week from when this is going live. And you can follow us at Thinking Anime on Twitter. And then I'm on a couple other role-playing podcasts like RPX, Technical Difficulties, and occasionally on RPPR.
Cool. What about you, Thad?
Hi, I'm Thad, intermittently of role-playing public radio. I can be found posting too much, more than is healthy on Twitter at Thaddeus Strange. I pop into RPPR stuff and Railery stuff now and then, especially the frequent live streams that we've been doing of late. The RPPR ones, obviously. Railery is just live stream. Anyway, I also co-host a podcast about movies with my friend Jeremiah called Beneath the Screen of the Ultra Critics. Also, my known associate Kara has recently joined discussions on that, and we've of late been talking about anti-fascism in film and also westerns recently. That was a good one. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I love that. What about you, Roswell?
That's whatever.
You did it at the beginning. It's role-playing public radio. You know where you can find this fucker. But do you want to do yours for real or no? Like, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you.
You're going the right way.
Okay.
Right?
I mean,
So,
if you honestly don't know who I am and you're on the stream, yeah,
I would say a lot of our stream at this point has no fucking idea who you are.
Oh, okay, sure. Then I'm a mystery. Fucking chase the white rabbit. Find out. I want to make it a challenge.
Oh yeah, Ross Payton, ARG.
Ross, how much have you had to drink?
Not
Ross,
enough.
I'll pull out the DVD over here if you want me to.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't do it.
So if you're listening to this chaotic audio recording, I am Kyle Carty. You can find the Best Pal Brigade on twitch.tv/Best Pal Brigade or at Twitter, Facebook, or Patreon at BPB Games for any of those. Yeah, we post a lot of really good stuff. We play a lot of really fun games. I know that there's a lot of new faces in the chat, new usernames, specifically from RPPR. So it's nice to have you here. Hopefully you enjoy what we do and can get into some of the whack shit that we do, because our games are always really fucking weird. But yeah, so with that, we're gonna say goodbye for real this time. We love you and have a lovely evening. Good.
Nice night.
Bye.
Bye.
So I put my marker. If you want to put a note for Craig or whatever so that the cameras don't get all totally fucked up.
Wait, are we still on?
We are live. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to say goodbye to the
waving.
stream.
That's why.
You can stop. You can stop.
Okay, well,
We'll go offline in a second. It's not a big deal. We go offline and we just immediately start talking shit about the viewers. Just constantly.
no.
Viewers, yeah.
Just instantly. Great stream. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, did y'all have fun?
Yeah.
I believe this. Fuck you, Gontes.
No, this is. I mean, obviously, this now that we're in the swing of things, and just like let's go on Toku adventures. It's yeah. You're
having fun with a very alien genre for you.
It's so alien. It's definitely not at all like anime, which I definitely haven't watched hundreds of hours of, especially in the last 3 months.
Different, Ross.
Yeah. So
There are
on the
subtleties.
level of JoJo references.
I actually haven't made any fucking JoJo references in this yet.
It's not like recent Kamen Rider series have been written by well-known anime writers or anything. No.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's like some of the Trigger staff did Forza. Like,
They do that? I didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gen Urobuchi did Gaim.
Yeah.
Shit's buck wild.
I mean, you're indulging my vaporwave aesthetic, so like, I mean,
it's the least I can do. Just to, it's nice because we very rarely get to play together. Any of us actually. So it's actually nice to have like a game where we get to play together because
and I'm definitely
it's usually Gen Con and then maybe once a year. So this is actually quite nice.
Pour one out for a real one.
Throw it back for a real one indeed.
Yeah.
We gotta wait till 2021. We'll be there.
Pretty much. But yeah, like I definitely want to like look into voice modding and running my own live stream games and stuff like that. So like,
the voice mods are still
inspirational, aspirational.
Oh yeah. Oh really? I'm being inspiring to you. That's actually very sweet. I try my best to do okay.
You're just squirting inspiration all over me.
I'm a squirter, baby. I really went out of my way to like really fine tune a lot of these voice mods before the stream after last week, and I think I nailed quite a few of them. I still have a lot to learn though.
I no longer have any.
It's all about exchanging fluid here. That's
I'm
how
sure
we
there's
learn.
a lot of other things you could do too, like visual effects and stuff like that. Like
there's stuff that we're looking into, but for like the purposes of this like 3-part adventure, I'm trying to keep it relatively trim.
Build up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no,
what are you about to say, boss?
Oh no, I was saying anybody else listening into, if you kind of like the ideas for like the writer, obviously the writer filed off right now. Let me know. I can try to craft more bullshit like this at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I would be happy.
Buy
to
Savage Tokusatsu.
Buy my book, please. Yo, it's doing actually pretty fucking good right
Awesome.
now. Like, I don't know why. It's doing good. All right, so we're gonna go offline now. Thank you all very much for watching. We love you all. Tuesday we're off. I'm not doing anything. I might stream making Star Streamers commercials, but I'm not. Like, we're taking the last week of the month to really thoroughly prepare for June, because we're looking to get back onto our bullshit in June. So,
only 3 more hours until I can talk to Chad again.
Yeah! Bye, everybody. Love you. Mwah!